you that uh, Nancy has the older version one.
Interesting.
Um, it appears just by some of the info came out um, that she had an older version and not the one of the newers that is just specifically Wi-Fi that doesn't require a bedside monitor. Uh,
Um,
you know, I mean, there's no way to completely confirm. No one gonna tell us that. But
mm,
I'm excited that you got that to see who made those calls on the guys because
yeah, we need to know that.
we need to know that. I mean, I know SE was one of them.
Of
I'm
course.
sure there's some other haters, but I just want to see it. I want the proof because that woman, you guys,
She acts like
yeah,
she's. I tell you, she act like she's on somebody's payroll. The way she come out there acting.
she is. And Gigi, I just recognized your voice. I think we've talked on other channels before, so now I'm excited. Actually,
Yeah,
um, I didn't recognize you at first.
yeah.
Yeah, these two ladies right on the panel, I love them to death, and they know this.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you much. We love you back. Yeah, I want to know because I'm no number one, and two because now you caught it, and what you gonna do? I mean, like come on. Anyways, I just don't understand why they just didn't go up to any of them and just say their feelings instead of doing it that way. I just don't understand.
No, it makes no sense, and I mean, you heard what Sue Ellen said to Alex on many occasions, like, you're harassing me, you're making me feel comfortable. The man's sitting over there. You're driving your stupid little car to him. Like, you're putting yourself in his business, not the other way around. Like, that
Uh,
woman, her so twisted.
yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, I just don't.
Well, if you have alcohol involved, a lot of things you'll do a lot of things you would normally do.
Yeah, I've heard they've smelled it and stuff, but um,
Mhm. I
man,
don't.
I mean, the woman's in her 70s. At what point do you grow up and, you know,
She definitely not like in normal grandma mood. That's for sure. You know what I
no.
mean? Bake cookies and come over my house and have a good time. No, 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 no. She wants all the smoke. That lady. Like I can't take her. I can't take her.
I can't either.
Uh-uh.
No,
She
she
does.
progressively got worse and more aggressive.
I mean, she
Mm.
always fussed and moaned about the parking and the people. Like probably all the way back to day three whenever the overload of media came, that's when she really started to be like, get off my property, blah, blah, blah. But she did
Mhm.
get really worse as time went on. Yes.
Mhm. She got
Like,
very worse, very confrontational to the just I don't even know. I don't know about that woman, man.
I just think that it's like, okay, I think there's somebody paying you, lady, because you really doing a whole lot.
Mhm.
You really was doing the most, man. Like, rotten. And then how you gonna come up, pull up and say that you put doo doo and all that stuff out there? Like, my jaw was dropped that she actually admitted that. Like, you're crazy.
Like she had justification like it's a normal thing.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I did it. So what? Yeah. Yeah, my jaw dropped. I'm like, one, I'm glad you said that on the video, but two, what? What is
What?
this?
Like, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm baffled by that.
insane.
Yeah. Look at this pretty picture. Look at you, girl.
I know, Justine.
Justin,
Oh,
did you like
No,
my
you're
little upgrade
partying.
I did?
I didn't hear what you said, Angel.
I was asking Justine if she liked the upgrade I did on the thumbnail.
yeah, it was
Mm.
cute. I liked it.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn. Oh, I know how to turn the camera off. Never mind.
Looks like we lost Gigi.
Oh, we lost Gigi. Come
Mm.
back
Okay,
on,
sorry
Gigi.
guys. I'm literally, I didn't realize that you were an hour ahead of me. So I'm actually just leaving work. So you're gonna have to bear with a little bit of switching and flipping around, but we'll get there. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
What did you say, Angel?
I was saying, did you like my upgrade I did to my thumbnail? I did an upgrade. Did you like it?
Oh yeah, I mean that picture looks hot as hell. I'll take it. It's false advertising, but you know.
It's not false advertising because it had your name on it. That's all I cared about.
Funny.
Gigi, come back up. I don't know where you're at, co-host, but you need to come back on here. Everybody else got a co-host, so I figured I better get one too. So I kind of hired Gigi,
Oh, she's a good co-host.
and then Justine is my managing mod, so technically she can use my channel as her second channel if she wanted to.
Nice.
You know that, right, Justine?
I think she's driving. She might need time.
There.
Oh,
Gigi should be back up now.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody's back because I'm still, when I get out of something, I still take myself out of StreamYard. I ain't figured out how to stay in StreamYard yet.
Oh, I ain't no expert at it either, and it sound low. So I'm gonna go out and come back in because you guys sound really, really low. So I'll be
I
right
can
back.
yell if you
okay.
want.
No, don't yell. I'll be right back.
All right. Justine, that's not false advertising because it had your name on it. It said Pretty Little Clues.
Yeah, it didn't say which one it was.
Oh, and then I seen in the other chat earlier, they were calling you Pretty Little Eyes or something like that. Pretty Eyes. I'm like, that's not her
Oh,
name.
what were they calling me?
Pretty Eyes.
Eyes.
Yeah, they were calling you Pretty Eyes. Remember in that one chat over there that we were on earlier? Mouses, I think it was. They were calling you Pretty Eyes.
Oh, well, they just combined our names. It was a mashup.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that is what they did, isn't it?
Hey, pretty eyes.
What's up, Gigi?
Yeah. So Christine, for the ones that ain't just getting here, can you go through and explain the whole your work title or your work title and explain the pacemaker to the new ones? It's just
Yeah, I
joining me.
mean, I can explain what I know. Just disclaimer: I don't know, confirm what Nancy Guthrie had, but I'm um, in healthcare administration management, a healthcare executive, and I have for a while. I'm not clinical, so I'm not a doctor or a nurse, and I've been doing that for over 26 years. What I know about pacemakers, um, there's different versions. There's been a lot of advancements in technology, and from some of the things that we've found out, it does sound like she had kind of an older model. So I'm assuming she's had her pacemaker inserted in a while. And I know a lot of people have covered this, but the one thing we don't know is the information the police put out um, on the last data received, like when the pacemaker disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
What we don't know if that's a time like um, because data will upload, right? The newer models will have kind of you can have more live data, but it's more like it collects data and it uploads to your little monitors. And I think that's the one she had. And we don't know if that disconnect that they're telling us is just when like the Wi-Fi went out, if that included a data dump, because the
Right.
data should have times, right? Like so they get data at 3 a.m. It'll show times from like 1:32. We have no idea when let me say it better. We don't know when her last activity was reported.
Okay.
So that's really the only insight I have. It's just more questions. I know certain things, but I
With
don't know the answers with Nancy. More
a question.
frustration.
With that to whatever it is, could that simply just been her regulatory dump of information for the night? Could that
It
have
could have been. It could
yeah.
have been. I would like to know what the data was. right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the only thing they have said is it disconnected at a certain
And I'd
time.
be
That doesn't
curious,
really tell us anything.
I'd be curious also on her previous nights. When was her data dumps? Like, when was her downloads, uploads, whatever you call them? I'd be very
Hmm.
curious at the pattern of time because we might be chasing a ghost with that. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Yeah, I think we're chasing a lot of ghosts, especially with the pacemaker. And I mean, this case, you all already know, but
Yeah.
um, they're just giving just a little bit of information, and you can come up with 100 different theories. They're not really telling you much.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
actually nothing.
yeah, it's frustrating. So, I mean, we can go. I mean, it could be A through Z when it
Right.
comes to the pacemaker and the data, and if it reflected, what it actually meant, because they didn't really tell us anything.
So
Right.
you know what I'm trying to figure out, Christine, is
Mhm.
if the thing did the photo dump, why wouldn't it went to the doctor so the doctors can read it and say, oh, well, some kind of distress happened here. We need to figure out what happened here.
Might have.
It may have, we just don't know.
It may have. It's not instantaneous. You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's in the middle of the night, wherever it's receiving the data to, maybe they would have gotten it much later, like the next day
Well,
or
if they did or they
however
didn't,
that worked.
it probably didn't get them nowhere, whatever it is, because we're still stuck where we're at.
Yeah.
So I actually have like a ton of questions. I have worked in the medical field before. I don't anymore, unfortunately, because I loved it. But this is something I'll talk about. I think everyone kind of knows where I stand on this case, and I don't like going off of speculation. But the fact that she had a pacemaker and something, whenever that would be, whether it's the 11th or whatever, I mean, that data still exists if she's, missing. So I'll talk about this. So I'm glad that it's kind of in my wheelhouse. My first question would be, when it does not like the live updates, right? You said the newer ones do the live updates, the older ones kind of will do intermittent. Do you
Hmm.
know, I mean, how often that would be? Because let's just say it uploaded every 15 minutes and then it missed one, right? Then we would know that's a good time frame to be looking at. If it uploads every 3 hours, you're adding more time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are those usually scheduled frequencies or
Yeah, it's usually about the same time every day, and
so like once a day?
I think it's once or twice a day. I don't think it's that
Okay.
frequent.
And then
I can find
the
out confirmation, but
yeah.
um, it's not like a one size fits all, though. It depends on like how old it is, the actual. I mean, it sounds like a car, but there's different makes and models that function different.
Y-
So,
Yeah, that makes sense. And then I did read because I was looking into like the Bluetooth and the pacemaker has been discussed quite a bit, but I
so
wanted to see
much.
what the range is for the receiver, if you want to call it whatever device it was, which we're assuming is her phone or her watch that receives that data. How far away you have to be for that to actually disconnect? Because when I was listening to Juanita Adame, and she's like, well, it disconnected at this time, which lines up perfectly. I'm like, I want to see how far away she had to be, right? Because she could be in the driveway and left her phone or her watch was off on her nightstand, how far away. And I read 10 to 30 feet. Is that right? Because her house was 3,300 square feet. So she didn't have to be, all but in a different room for it to disconnect, probably. Do you
Yeah,
know?
I don't. I can find out. I can ask one of the cardiologists I work with. It's not a question I've asked, but it has to be wide ranging when she's in and outside of a property. It's not that far, but it also goes off of Wi-Fi. And some older models didn't, but we know hers had to because they're talking about links to an Apple Watch, right? So
Mhm.
I don't know. I think the pacemaker is a good thing, but they're just not giving us enough information. So it could be 100 different things. There's no
Right.
definitive, but there is a range that I can find that out pretty easily.
Yeah, but Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi connects to a tower. Bluetooth is more like a device to device connection,
Right,
right?
right. Yeah.
I just didn't know if there were different kinds. Like if the older ones like only could. I mean, I guess that would suck, right? That your pacemaker only worked if you were connected to Wi-Fi. Um, but
No, well,
okay,
it will
I was
always work. It's
clarifying.
just about
Yeah,
the data being received.
right.
Like it
Okay.
functions, what it's supposed to do.
So do they have it set for certain times when it downloads sends the information out? Is it the same time every day, or is it different times every day, or no?
I standards usually the same time every day, but things vary, right? It depends on the patient and stuff. I don't really know the answer to that one.
I would
So
probably kind of depend on their condition, right? Like if they
yeah,
were a little
like
worse for the wear and the device was older, you might get more frequent data uploads, maybe.
yeah, or activities, or how many times it had to do its little recharge. So it's just not a one size fits all situation. That's why I just wish we had more.
And
It's not a one size fit all scenario, right?
and since hers is an older model,
We're assuming, right? But
how accurate do you think the older model would be since it's an older model? Like, I'm sure it's like a car. After a while, it gets worn out and the information doesn't get downloaded like it should.
I don't know the answer to that one.
Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, the other thing I think that kind of bugs, and just because this is where we play like a game of telephone, is where information gets lost or mistranslated from person to person, because we hear where it says it disconnects, we hear where it says it's spiked, and then we hear it doesn't upload. So I'm in the camp that it probably was just that it did not upload at the time that it usually did, right? I'm assuming that's what they would know.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying. It's if something happened where it's going to change the time it sends information, it's going to throw everything off.
Yeah, the frustrating with the pacemakers, and I haven't really engaged in it, is we don't know what they have, because whatever they have, they know when the last upload was, and that data will give them times and events and what's going on. From all I know, the only confirmed thing they've put out is that it disconnected at X time. But what does
Which
disconnected
is
mean?
which is kind of
It
a
doesn't tell us anything.
false,
Yeah. So
a
really
statement in a
everything
way.
is everything is just, speculation.
Do you
Because
think?
I mean, if something did happen, it would depend. Like they could know her heart was no longer there, right?
Yes.
Like her heartbeat, like
Right.
pacemaker's doing it, it's recharging, she's flatline.
Yeah.
They
But
know a lot more than they're telling us, and they're telling us nothing.
my next question is, like, why isn't the doctors coming out and saying it? This is what happened to her pacemaker on such a date and such a time. But the doctors don't even talk, so I don't know. I don't know
They're
if that's
not
a HIPAA thing
legally
or.
allowed to. Yeah, no, they would lose their license if they did that.
Oh yeah, that's because the HIPAA. I forgot about the HIPAA.
Mm.
I just
Yeah,
realized that when I
none of
asked
her
you.
medical anyone will talk.
Yeah, I mean HIPAA is one thing that you don't mess with HIPAA.
No, there's big consequences for that.
Yeah, I thought about it. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that when I asked it. I'm like, that was a stupid time to question to
Oh
ask.
no, it's
No,
not
it's a good
stupid.
question.
No, it's a
I
good
mean,
question. Yeah,
yeah, I
but it's the
mean,
same. Sorry,
the
go
only
ahead.
thing, no, the only thing I was going to say with the pacemaker, the only thing we know is she had one. There's really nothing we really know. All of it's going to be speculation and what it meant.
Yeah, and while Justine's here,
It's a frustrating.
I want you to talk about your thing on X about Derek Quayla, because I don't know if that's credible or not, but
Mr.
I did see it
Kayaya?
on your X.
Who are you talking? Are you talking me?
Yeah, like the Derek Quayla texting the family or whatever.
Oh,
You know?
Derek Kalala.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
that's my theory. I I don't know where Gigi is. Justine, I watch your channel, so I kind of know your theory. My opinion, I'm on I almost said AT&T. I'm on AT&T. My opinion and my theory is there's something with Kalala, that he talked or he told something, and he's given some kind of a deal or protection. They've dropped his charges from very serious down to really low. I mean, so far he's getting a slap in the hand that's doing nothing but benefiting him. The things his mom said, which in the moment of emotion is kind of suspicious. So I think he's connected. I'm still really stuck on the family. And then Juanita Adame put out some pretty. She's got 2 videos out on Kalala and some things she found that reference that the first video they made, even though it wasn't put out to the 4th, was recorded on the 2nd, and how it could connect. So I would go watch that. But that's where my theory is, and I posted a lot of my stuff, my opinions and thoughts, and my backup on X.
Justine, what do you think about her theory? What do you think about that?
I so in my opinion only, and by the way, follow or something on X. I barely know how that works. I just made one like a month ago. So if I don't follow you,
Oh, Justine, I can barely hear you. I think.
Yeah, Justine, I can barely hear you. So you there? I hear a radio.
I hope that's a radio. I hope she's not just talking and talking. We can't hear. Hey guys, I gotta blow my nose real quick. I'm still here, but I'm just gonna turn my camera and mic off.
Okay.
Oh, my AirPod disconnected. So if I was just an a-hole and talked over anybody, I am so sorry.
That's fine. I just wanted to get your opinion on what her theory was about. I'm just gonna say Derek because I can't say his last name that well.
Okay. So did you hear my thing about AMT?
I heard you started it, then it got really low, and I couldn't hear what you were actually
I
saying.
didn't hear anything. I'd love to hear more.
Okay. If Gigi wants to give her opinion, I'm switching back on to my computer and everything. So just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I don't want to start talking again. Stuff gets
Okay, Gigi.
disconnected, so I'll be right back.
Gigi.
Would she fall asleep?
I don't hear nothing. Gigi. Paging Gigi.
I'm sure she'll be back. Yeah.
All right, I am coming. I'm coming. Oh, Atlanta. I'm so tired. Okay. We're gonna make it through this, but anyways, if you can hear me, I guess I'll give you guys a little something before I do the whole spiel. But yeah, is it Christina? Oh yeah,
Yes.
I have definitely seen your name. Hello, Shopwright.
Yeah, I bounce around all the time.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Me too. So if I don't follow you on X or whatever, it is not a slight. I just made mine like a month ago. So you're going to have to follow me or wave at me or throw something at me on there so that I know which one is you.
I'll go nudge you, but I think we do, but I am not sure.
Okay.
I follow you. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So all right, got the StreamYard link. Okay, coming in hot in like 2.5.
Okay. Gigi. Hi, Jim. Hi, Sheila.
I just looked at the chat. Truth, you are everywhere, my friend. Ladybugs. Look, all my favorite peoples are out here. Christine, Rhythm, DJ. Look at just our little family. We just go everywhere. I love it.
Yeah,
I love that we pop everywhere.
We all go to a lot of the same streams, it seems like.
We really do. No, great community.
Yeah.
But yeah, Truth, you're right. I think with no matter what we find out or know about pacemakers, we don't know enough. Like we could, it's not that it's a nothing burger, but there's just nothing to go off of. Like we don't know anything. Gigi, if you're around, people are giving you hugs.
Let me see why. Says she's on stage. I don't know where she went.
Hey, she might have stepped away for a minute. That's okay.
So, I guess my question is, I really wish we knew how to tell if that pacemaker, what time that thing spiked or anything in the middle of the night. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, no, trust we all do. We all do.
Because I think whoever went in that house startled her awake and it had to scare the bejesus out of her.
I agree. What's your theory? We haven't asked you. Do you want me to call you Angel or Steve? What do you want me to call you?
Yeah, call me Angel.
Okay. Angel, what's your theory on what happened? Where are you at?
I'm in the camp, and I told Justine that the other day, that I'm in the camp where I don't even think she made it back home. I don't think nobody dropped her off at home. I think she was gone. She went to A&T's house, and she never made it back. That's my theory. That's where I'm at.
That's mine too. Yeah. So, in my opinion, just an opinion, accusing nobody of nothing, however that disclaimer goes, I don't think she made it back home either. But if you think that, you have to think family is involved. I have some alternative theories because we won't know until we know. But the things of there's nothing that there's no logical anything that can explain the actions or inactions of the family, in my opinion. Nothing.
Justine, did you hear what we were talking about, or did you miss it?
I missed it.
Because she asked me what my theory was, and I said the last time you were live 2 days ago, we were talking when I was live with you. You asked me, and I said I don't think she even made it home. So that's my theory. That's what I believe. Is whoever claims that they dropped her off did not drop her off at home.
Yeah, which I mean feeds into my theory, and that I think they were just part of the cleanup crew. I think you have the crime committers and the crime cleaner uppers, the cleanup crew and the crime crew. And I think A&T might be part of the cleanup crew, which may just mean that they're going along with whatever law enforcement is telling them, the lies to say, or, you know, whatever act they're going to follow. I don't think they had anything to do with like actual plotting or committing of any sort of crime or into, you know, her kidnapping. But I do think that the behavior is too odd to be coincidental. That's
yes,
I agree.
Because she said she agreed with us that she don't think that she was even dropped off at home that night. So between the hours of 8 and 10, I really want to know what happened to her because I'm still in the camp that I don't think she even left Annie's house. That's my theory. But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't even know if she was there. I don't think she was there that night. I think that it happened well before that. I think it happened on the 11th, but you know, I think that. So, but I don't think it happened at her house. I don't.
That's the other thing, Christine. What's your theory about the 11th? Because me and her's on the theory something happened on the 11th.
You know, I I cannot disagree with that. With the 11th, Juanita FEA also thinks it happened on her birthday. A lot of people don't think it happened much sooner than we do. I'm stuck that it happened when she went to on the 31st. I think it happened at 31st. I don't think she ever came home. If it happened sooner, I can't disagree with that either. I think whether it's the 31st, that night was the cleanup. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I'm walking around doing some stuff real quick.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I agree with the cleanup. I think there's just a lot of noise being put out, a lot of deflection. I don't know where I stand on the porch guy video. I just think it's weird. His porch guy looks like everybody to me. You can line up 8,000 people and they could all match.
Mm.
I don't know. When I did that analysis, not that long ago, whenever that was, Friday, maybe Saturday, the days all blend together. But I put the porch guy and then I faded like Annie's eyes to it, which of course, like I said, I think it's part of like the cleanup and the cover up, because isn't it oddly convenient that some of the only evidence we have in this case mysteriously and magically goes missing? Like it accidentally got deleted. F that. Nope. Not buying it. Not buying it.
I think it's a cleanup. They staged something to narrate this story. I don't believe the kidnapping at all. The ransom notes, maybe the first one I would have bought, but that second one, who on earth would commit such a heinous crime of taking an 84-year-old and then apologize? And then what kind of kidnapper who really wants a ransom sends it to news stations? It makes no sense to me. There's no logic. There's no logic. Why put all this attention on you if you're trying to secretly get money and exchange somebody?
Well,
Just my opinion.
My latest theory I heard was somebody overseas, because they're asking for ODD coins, Bitcoins, and that's not US dollars. So they think that it is somebody overseas, because why would they want an ODD Bitcoin when they're not asking for US dollars if it's an American?
Maybe they put it in ChatGPT and ChatGPT thought they better specify.
To cause more confusion.
Oh, Jesus, you scared the shit out of me, Gigi.
Gigi woke up.
Dude!
Scared the shit out of me, Gigi.
Nah, my mother-in-law had stopped in real quick, so I had to pause.
I didn't expect her, because I kept saying Gigi. Nobody answered.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
And then when you talked, you scared the shit out of me, and I had a heart attack.
Sorry.
Christine, you still there?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, I put on mute. Just I had some family just come home too, and it got a little loud, so I'm trying to walk where it's quiet.
Okay. So, does anybody in here? Oh, can people in chat? Can you give me a thumbs up on my page, please? Because I would like to get the like button smashed.
Smush it. Put your DNA all up on it and mine, because it's not, or it's monitored. Even if it is monitored by PCSD or the FBI, they still won't catch you, so you're safe.
Hit it hard, real hard. Bam.
Smack
I don't know how many people's watching yours versus mine, but I see 18 total. That's what I see.
No.
So, what are your thoughts on? I've only seen clips of it. I didn't watch the whole interview that Kash Patel did with whoever he was talking to. What do you think about this? So, the first thing I thought is, we have this case, and he keeps saying it's not my jurisdiction, not my jurisdiction. But the truth is, he's part of this current presidential administration who doesn't give a rat's behind stepping over people to get what they need to be done. What is the purpose of him continually putting down how Nanos handled that, but not stepping over and taking over control, which they do all the time? Think it's just more deflection, noise, because he sure talks about it a lot, but he's really not doing much.
Yeah, because here's my theory. He said the other day that for 4 days, Nanos, the sheriff department, wouldn't let them in, but they're the FBI. They can go above Nanos if they want. So I'm not buying the state won't let them in. I'm not buying that. I ain't buying those cookies.
I thought that the law states that they have to be invited in. Or in a sense of full total takeover. I don't think they can just go run up into a situation like this and just take over themselves. Unless they know that it's going to turn into a federal case, like they cross state lines, or something like this, where it actually automatically makes the crime a federal crime. But I don't think that they're allowed to just jump up into a situation like that. The state has the lead on it.
I think that if they wanted to find a way to do it, they would find a way to do it. There's probably so many loopholes and ways that they could take it over if they wanted to, honestly, even if it's just because they felt like there was negligence or, in Nano's case, gross incompetence to conduct a thorough investigation. I mean, I think they could use Savannah's clout. I think they could find any reason if they really wanted to.
But I think that if you try to say, "Oh, we following the rules," I feel like the one thing that they could have made it a federal case was the David Kalila getting involved in that ransom request, and he's in another state. I felt like that was enough for me.
I think they're controlling the puppet strings, but they're letting PCSD be the face of the case because I think it is bigger and it would be more suspicious. And hey, Ray, Fugitive TV's in my chat. What's up?
Hey.
Tell him I put the StreamYard link in. If he wants to come up, he can come up.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, do whatever they want, Justine. I there's no doubt in my mind, if they want to, they can. But again, I don't feel like they want to put their name on this, their seal of approval.
Yeah. Yep.
Might mess up their 90% rate.
That's right. Yep. They don't want to take it down to 89% conviction.
They want to stay in the 90s, honey. That's part of the game.
I can't even. I had a thought today, and I'm wondering because you know how they got the oh my goodness, what is it? Nogales Buscadores Corazones? Is that what it was? The one who got the tip that all of those people were buried in over the Mexican border.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What do you think are the odds that one of those 25 would be Porch Guy?
Ooh, it's not where I thought you were going to say. Well,
I seriously was just sitting there and I was like,
something very interesting. Early on, when we had a lot of streamers interviewing, a lot of media interviewing former FBI agents, there was a lot of hypothetical reference, like if they're still alive, if this, that would be a good way to dump somebody in a dumping ground that no one necessarily looks into.
Christine, I'm going to ask you what your opinion is. Do you think she's still alive, or do you think she's no longer here?
I don't think there's a way she's still here, but with all the Hot Mess Express and all the deflection and ridiculousness going on, I know it's far-fetched, but if someone caught her walking out her house to go check her mail, I would not be surprised at this point. because there's something more going on than a normal missing persons case here. I just don't know what.
Hey, Ray, you can come up on the panel. I'll let you on if you want to come on.
He said he was recording a video, so I don't know. I'm sure if he can, he will, but we'd love to see you. I sent it to Ash too. If he's around.
I'm still waiting for people to get on the stage thing so I can accept it or whatever. I haven't got one in a while.
I think people don't know if it's open or not. So if you want anybody to join, you should probably just let them know. Yes, one of those people are. Oh, look at Ray's comment. He said, yes, one of those people are buried there, but he is still buried because they've made that private search team move locations and started searching another dump ground. Okay, Ray with the T.
He said, I have 10 minutes to spare. I can come on. So I'll let him on if he wants to come on.
Oh, boy.
Christine, are you still okay on time-wise, or you gotta go? Because I know you told me 45 minutes to an hour, so.
Yeah, I'm good for another minute or two. I'll let you know.
All right.
Do you need me to drop, though?
Hey.
Are you getting too many people?
No, it's fine. I'm just waiting on Ray to come on next. He said he got 10. There he is. I think that's him. Let me see if that's him. No, that's DJ. That's the last one. And she's on panel.
Oh, DJ. That's my DJ.
I'm here. I'm here.
And Gigi.
Since she's only got since she's only got another minute or two, does anybody have any questions on panel they want to ask Christine or no?
I mean, just overall, do you think this case is going to get solved? Are they going to give us an answer?
I do think, I don't want to sound like one of those people, but I think it's going to get solved. I don't know if it'll be the correct answer. Does that make sense?
No one knows. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know anything. I think that they, like, eventually an arrest will be made. But my fear is it's not going to be the correct one. Because I do think this is the craziness and the deflection and all the things going on, even with mainstream media and the police and the FBI, that it's just something bigger.
Agree. Hi, Ash.
Raise up, guys. Here he comes. There he is.
Ah.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Ray.
Hope everybody's doing good. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Well, thanks for inviting me up. Just wanted to say thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah. From what I know, from what I was told, I don't know if it's the porch guy, but one of the people who was there was buried pretty much about a week after it even happened on the Mexican side of the border. Because the people that I spoke to, they're in the coyote business, so they had to halt operations because FBI was at the border questioning people. So apparently FBI even knows that somebody is over there buried. They're just not making it public. Go ahead.
Did they use those tunnels? Did they use the tunnels?
That I don't know. They didn't know how it happened or what happened, but they just know that somebody was over there buried. One of them, they don't know who, if it is the guy on the camera, if there's another person. And I do know when they had that private search group searching, if you guys remember, I forgot the name, and they found the 25 graves. Well, there was one day where they mysteriously paused the search, and it was kind of on the news for like a few minutes, but they never really talked about it. And the reason why they paused it was because they were escorted by Mexican authorities. They had to be because the burial ground was cartel area. So they can't be out there without Mexican authorities. So that day they had to pause it because Mexican authorities, for some reason, was like, "Oh, we can't help you today." And then they continued the next day, but it wasn't the exact same spot. They moved over to a different location and never explained why.
So, Ray, do you think it could be her or no?
On the Mexican, I don't know. I don't know where she's. I mean, she could be over there. Who knows? But I do know there is somebody that's over there, from what I was told. And it kind of aligns with them. And I found this out a week after everything happened. So now they started searching. And so I believe they told me the truth because things are aligning with what they said.
Wow, that's interesting.
I just don't know who.
Did they
I think that's
confirm that
very
it's
possible.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I think that's very possible. That's very, very possible.
And this also could be why, because I had to think about this too. If you were to get somebody, because I don't believe the people at the house were like the mastermind behind it, right? I think it was somebody else that sent them or whatever it was. And if you want to cut loose ends, you got to start cutting the people, especially when they start offering rewards and things like that. Some of these people got to go. And when I did that interview, videos way back when I interviewed the guy who's doing life in prison for kidnapping people in South America, he said there is always one or two people you bring with you that don't make it back every time. You're just using them pretty much to do what you have to do, and then they're expandable. And that was one of the things he told me.
I believe that 100%. 100,000%.
Ray, do you
I
think
forgot
they
what I was
ever?
gonna say.
Yeah, well, you can't have that many loose ends when you're doing something.
Nope. Nope, not at all.
I mean, what is that old adage? Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Yep. I mean, when I got into trouble, I learned my lesson personally with too many people that knew information, So I know from personal that, hey, too many people know information, somebody's going to tell you.
That is a fact.
And don't drink too much in Canada because their alcohol content is apparently higher.
You remember that, yes.
Talking about drinking too much.
Ray, so you said this was a week after this had happened that they
Yeah, it was
reported
about a
in
week,
Mexico?
maybe a week and a half. I have to go back and look at my notes and videos, but it wasn't too long after it happened. It was, I think, a week after it happened. Somewhere around there is when FBI was kind of snooping around the border, possibly trying to find somebody that could have been, I guess, buried over there. They just didn't know if it was on the American side or the Mexican side. And their smuggling business had to stop because of that.
So that tells me that if somebody gets prosecuted for this, it's going to be an international because it went across the border.
Yeah. That's probably why they haven't found anybody in CODIS, things like that.
Yep.
I actually think that when somebody does get arrested, I think it's going to be a fall person. I think they're going to arrest some fall guy or some fall person, and it's going to be a scapegoat.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah.
Yep, a patsy.
Yep, because if only one person gets arrested, I know for a fact that's just a scapegoat.
Yep. Bingo, Ray. Bingo.
Like they arrest one person did all this. Oh yeah, you guys are lying to us.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, I think it'll get solved and they'll do an arrest, but I don't think it's going to be
the correct people involved. Yeah,
right. No,
I think so too. I think one day
it's
this
going to
will
be
close
to end
it.
it.
Yeah, keep everybody's mouth shut. Oh, we made it, but I don't think it's going to be the correct person.
Well said. I couldn't agree more.
So all the people that thought it was international Mexico turned out to be right then is what you're saying, Ray, because I know Justine mentioned it before and I know some other ones did. So if that's true, then she's right.
Yeah, I believe I don't know how, let's say, how deep it goes on the Mexican side, but I do know there was some sort of involvement there, especially for somebody to be buried on that side in a cartel area. You can't just go into cartel land and go bury somebody, let alone walk on their burial grounds, wherever you want to call it, without being looked at. They have somebody over there at all times looking at you, and you can see on that side of the border, even Mexican authorities are paid off. You can't trust them either. So they're paid off too. So you might see a cop, but he could be really paid off by the cartel,
Yeah. So that tells me when Savannah and Annie and Tommaso went to the memorial in the driveway, they probably knew something then, is my take on that then.
Oh yeah, I think they know a lot more than were being said. A whole lot more. It explains why she's not using her platform to do more than what she should do, which all these cases I've covered, why is Savannah the only person that's not doing as much as broke people do to find their loved ones,
Check out Tommy's pupils.
He's back on the dented pupil theory. So I have a question, Ray. So do you think that them being, the day that they were delayed, basically, do you think that was a distraction technique to either move the person they were afraid they were going to find, or to move them in a direction to find who they were looking for? Do you think it was guided?
I think it was probably to move the direction, but I mean, it could have been both. It could be moved in a direction while we're over here, digging up what we have to dig up, So it could have been both. But as soon as I saw, because I made a video about them being paused, and then the very next day it was unpaused. And then when I found out it was because of the authorities, I was like, somebody could have made a call like, hey, we don't want the private people searching there. You guys have to change direction and make, find some excuse. Because I know for a fact they're paid off. So like if you heard the stories about the tunnels that I told you guys, when you cross the tunnels, underground tunnels, as soon as you get on the Mexican side, there's an actual law enforcement officer there waiting for you to get out the tunnel, and he escorts you, to a safe zone pretty much because the person's paid off. So it's so corrupt over there, it's ridiculous.
Right. Is the tunnels you're talking about the tunnels that the slave used? Is that true?
I don't know if the slaves use these same tunnels. Well, there's multiple.
Right.
Yeah, I do know there's more than one. And these tunnels, when you think of tunnel, you think of like, you got to crawl through the dirt. These tunnels got tracks. You're in a wagon. There's lights in there, and what on the American side, the tunnels, usually it's in a house that's right there on the border, like kind of in the basement. And then you go underneath, and then you usually end up in some business or something on the other side is how they do it. So I don't know if those tunnels were used for slaves, but I do know those tunnels go deep, they go far, and there is more than one.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting.
Because isn't there one that starts like under an old KFC or near an old KFC or something?
That one I haven't heard of. But on the Mexican side, there's a tunnel right by a school. It's like a preschool or something. You can go on a map and look at the border, and you'll see a preschool. And by the preschool, there's a tunnel that comes up at a business next to the school. Actually, that was the one I used. And it's probably, I don't know if it's probably still there on the Mexican side, because Americans can't close it up, but just on the American side, but they can't close the tunnel on the Mexican side without the authorities doing it. And then what they do is they just dig a different direction and go a different direction is all they do.
So my theory goes to, a higher power, obviously bigger. I have, the two tiers. We got the crime crew and the cleanup crew. I think family and all of that are acting odd. Neighbors are acting odd because they're part of cleaning up whatever was created on the crime crew side, either because it's going to cause mass panic or it's something nefarious, but it's big enough to where they are not going to come out and say what happened to their mom, even if they do know. But on the crime side, obviously, when you have people of power, they rub elbows with people. It's not all white collar people they're rubbing elbows with, right? Yep. They have connections to cartels, to drugs, to money, to all sorts of different things. So it doesn't necessarily discredit my theory if they did have a connection, someone of power did have a connection with someone potentially, allegedly, in a cartel. That wouldn't be that far-fetched.
You have to think about it. Only maybe 30 years ago, the mafia was in power in places like New York, Boston, Chicago 30, 40 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. The mafia, a lot of people think mafia is a myth. We all know they really existed. And they had a lot of power with a lot of politicians, a lot of judges, a lot of lawyers, anybody you can name, they pretty much, held power over, and to this day, you still have a form of people doing this, but the thing is just more in the raps because we all know the mafia. But now it's kind of, since we have internet, there's cameras everywhere. It's just a different approach now. So yeah, you still have these people with lots of money who hold some sort of power over somebody's head because with a snap of a finger, they can get something done.
You mean cameras everywhere except for apparently the Catalina foothills and Tucson.
Except for there. Except for there. No Wi-Fi detection or anything there for some reason.
I got a question for you, Ray.
Yeah.
How hard would it be for the FBI to go into Mexico and dig up that grave to see if it's hurt? Would it be hard for them to do, or would they have to just hope that somebody finds her over there?
You know what? It's going to depend on it. You know what? It's really going to depend on negotiations. That's really what it depends on. Negotiations. You guys remember when what's his name? What was it? El Muncho. Remember El Muncho, the cartel leader, got right after Nancy Guthrie. All hell broke loose. We went to Iran. We went into Mexico and hunted down the El Muncho, the cartel, like right after Nancy Guthrie. And even for El Muncho, he was paying off Mexican authorities, even the Mexican president. I forgot her name. She's a Jewish woman. She's the first Jewish woman to become, which I found interesting, the president of Mexico. But he was paying her off. And there's phone calls released of that. And there's his last phone call. He's talking to them saying, hey, you guys were accepting my money before. Why aren't you accepting my money now? And then a couple days later, America comes in there, swoops in there, and takes over and takes everything. So when it comes to down there, it's really about negotiation of, hey, we're gonna do this and we're gonna offer you this type of thing. And okay, we'll allow you to do this if you do this,
Yeah, barter. It's Claudia Scheinbaum.
Yeah. She's, I believe, the first Jewish woman to become president of Mexico. She hasn't been president that long.
Yeah, October 1st, 2024.
Yep.
I looked it up. I'm not that good.
Yeah, I found it very interesting or whatever. I was like, and then us and Israel are attacking Iran at the same time. And then we use her to attack the Mexican cartel. So I was like, is there a connection there some sort of way? I don't know.
The timing on it was very strange for a lot of things. A lot was going on at the time. We had certain folks testifying at that time.
Yeah,
A lot was going on for that. Just very strange. I agree.
Yep. Epstein files dropped the night before, something like that, before Nancy went missing.
Yeah. I'm leaning more toward, I teeter-totter back and forth on sacrifice. I believe in that. I know it actually happens. I know people do it. And this really looks like that. It does. To me.
And I can't even fault you for that.
You gotta have an explanation, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, I think seriously, I keep saying it, people are underestimating who her husband is, who SG's husband is.
Oh, yeah.
For certain people. What is the percentage that this is a political sway, a political stunt pulled by him to distract from what was dropping and to keep people distracted? Because to me, I paid way more attention to this case than I did with all of that stuff that was dropping at the time. Was that a stunt?
Yes. And I voted in your poll today. I don't know if you've seen it, but I did vote in your poll today.
All right, thanks. You have a poll on X if the family's behavior is that of a grieving family or of a politician. And it's like 91% politician right now.
Yeah, her husband even has Middle Eastern connections from a long time ago of helping. I forgot the family. They got into a big scandal with Middle Eastern bank. And I can't remember the name. I have to look it up. And he helped them cover it up. It's public record.
Very long lineage with politics and high ranking politics and being a part of a lot of decision makings and things that was going on behind the scenes. But I do know it's not hard to know now that several of them got exposed that they all be at the parties. If you understand what I'm saying about the parties. And when you go to these events and parties and you're invited, bro, I'm telling you, you have to give up something to get. Now, how is it convenient that all this is going on with your mama? And I said, listen, 2 weeks before this happened, I said, if this lady gets her own talk show, I'm gonna fall on the ground. And what do you know? Here she go with a Wordle or this thing.
Wordle, yeah.
Very suspicious, man. Come on, the timing on things. It's the timing for me.
Ray, what do you think? You think Savannah's husband might have some kind of role in this, or do you think not, Ray?
I think he's covering something up. I mean, he's a man. I mean, why? If you look at his credit history, we all know that he's known for covering things up. From that has been his job from day one. So it's like we don't know him for nothing else but covering things up. For presidents, for the Middle Eastern family I told you about, other politicians. He has a business. I forgot what the other guy, and the business is about covering things up. So I mean, fixing things. So. It's crazy. So I believe fully that he's involved some sort of way. How? That I don't know, though. But he's involved.
I'll tell you another thing that stood out to me was the fact that he didn't show up on the scene until weeks later. And I don't want to hear you have kids. You understand? You bring your kids with you just like everybody else would. That's very weird. Where was you at, bro? When the lady, why you wasn't here supporting your wife? Why is Tommaso the one out here out front holding her up and all this stuff? Like that's not weird. That's not weird to nobody.
That's very weird.
Yeah, we haven't seen him at all, have we? Now think about it.
I think you see one time he stepped in town, they called him coming into the airport, and that was it.
Wow. And you would think he would be using his power and his advantages
out there, yeah.
Yeah, to put things, because he's the most powerful out of all of them. So you would think he would be using his reach. You would think anyway. Like I said, I've seen people with $5 to their name do a whole lot more looking for their missing loved one than what they're doing.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you, the fact that lady has a nationwide a platform and the lack thereof for her mama, that's very telling. I don't want to hear all the rest of that stuff. You know what I mean? That noise and chatter. You did, like, even if you can't say that the channel says you're not allowed to talk about this. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go talk about it on my Instagram every day. Okay. And the traffic will come over there. If you want to hear about my mama, come over here to the Instagram, right? And every day I would at least post something. You see it. You don't see none of that from none of these people. And I'm like, who the hell don't look for their mom like this? Even if you have a crackhead worse mom, they would look for. I seen people do better than that. A trash mom. I mean, the worst mom in the world. If she out in the streets and they say we ain't seen her in a while, man, the people go looking for her. That's crazy.
We all should have known it was a red flag when they first put up the reward for $2,500 on that first day. $2,500. I looked at that like, what? $2,500? That's it?
You got regular.
Yeah.
And she's what? A millionaire, maybe a multi-millionaire?
Yeah. It's like,
and not even her money. Like, right? Her money attaches to other money, who attaches to other money. Like, she has endless resources. It's unbelievable. How many is she using? 0. It's strange. It doesn't make sense.
Now, don't forget, she gave money to the missing and exploited children. Now, why did you do that? I still need somebody to give me an answer as to why did you do that and not the elderly, the old people. You didn't give nothing to no elderly organization, adult protective, nothing. You gave it to children. And why? That makes me take you back to them files, because that's what them files are all about.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna say.
I've always been saying that. Hold it. Why is this lady giving this money? Please, and don't give me the noise about people were on her back that other people are missing. I know my mama missing right now. We'll deal with that later.
You want to hear something about the missing and exploiting children that I found? Because I was curious about that too. So if you go to their website, it actually shows you their vice presidents and things like that who is on the board, because it's like not one person, it's a board of people that make decisions. Well, one of the main people on the board is he's the head of or executive director of, I think it's BlackRock, and his friend is actually associated with Trump. And then there's two other people on the board who, if you go and look, they sit next to Trump a lot during White House meetings, a whole lot. So I was like, interesting. Savannah and them didn't even like Trump. And, all the Epstein files is going on. Now you want to give $100,000 to Trump's friends.
Yeah, he all through this thing for somebody. If you don't like him, his name all through this case.
So I was like, hold on. So yeah, I kind of found that connection digging deep when you look at the board members of who actually is in charge of missing and exploiting children.
You said, hold it. Now, I'm going to tell you. You just said the first one, BlackRock, okay?
Mm-hmm.
These are the names that I'm talking about. When you want to move up on the ladder, you have to give up something. That's who I'm talking about. Exactly. I'm not talking about no nanos and people like that. I'm talking about the people who really run this country.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ray, I got a question in my chat. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to get your opinion.
Go ahead.
Ladybug asked, where was Cameron the day that the family walked to the memorial? And then she put hum.
That's a great question. I don't know. I have a lot of questions about Cameron. I have a lot. How did he know? Oh, yeah, they took our mom because of you for ransom. Like, how did he know right away and nobody else did? I have a lot of questions about him.
Come on, Ray, talk about it. That's a fact. How you going to just put it on that girl? How you going to just, it's because of you, sweetheart. No, you what?
Like, that's the first thing you say. Oh, it's because of you. Yeah, they took her for ransom. Like, what? How do you know?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And I also say, because of the fact that he's the person that's like, I'm not standing here, I'm quiet, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. That makes me nervous. That makes me suspicious of you.
You guys want to see something interesting?
What'd you find?
Well, and I'm going to give Fat Redial full credit for this. He sent me this a while ago. And now that we're all kind of talking about this, I think everyone might find this a little interesting. Angel, you're just going to have to hit add to stage like it's a guest, if you don't mind.
I'll do it. That's fine.
It's back there whenever. This is a mortgage tax report from Savannah. And
can you see it?
Yep. So you guys see under the mortgage type district comment, you see the name there? On the right? You're muted, Ray.
Yes, I see it. Mm-hmm. The golden name.
Because I'm on my phone. I can't make it bigger.
Yeah, just open your screen.
You talking about the Goldman Sachs?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, no, but on the right, way on the right, next to those amounts. Do you see that name?
Family, right?
Clinton.
Yeah.
What's the name, Justine? Just tell me.
Wait a minute. Whose tax report?
Savannah.
What? Huh?
What?
See, you know what? You know what? It's you know what? I don't like it at all. Wow.
This is 2000.
Yeah, we're just get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. It didn't exist.
Yeah, it's getting dirty.
Well, we all go to jail.
Yeah, you ain't.
I don't know anything. I didn't park my car here. I don't go to school here. I don't know anything.
51 cards short of a debt. I'm like a mental health patient. I'm crazy.
I learned my lesson when they took that video down out of nowhere. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's serious when they do. I tell you, I've seen it where you're in the middle of a live, right? And they just like, boom, you're done. Don't say those words. Hey, Ash, by the way, I didn't know you was up here. Hey, Ash.
Yeah, hey, Ash, by the way.
So, Ray, so do you think...
Sorry about that. I'm in the Portugal vid, isn't it? I'm doing something, a little comparison.
So, Ray, do you think this could be cartel related then, since it involves Mexico?
I think they could be involved. Do I think they're the head of it? No, but I think they could be involved. I think they're being used, or somebody from there is being used to do something. But I think they are involved.
Justine, what do you think about that? Give me your thoughts on what he just said.
What's the question?
I asked him, since it involves Mexico, does he think the cartel's involved? And he said they're involved, but they're not the head of the. They didn't order this. Or I guess it would be the word I'm trying to use.
Yeah, that's definitely not the head of the snake there. But they would have, so whoever facilitated or at least got them on board to assist with whatever cover up, or disposal of, let's say, that they're doing. Again, powerful people have powerful connections, and if we don't think that drugs circle that arena, y'all are crazy. But they have connections to people that will do them favors, who owe them favors, and who they owe favors to. It's a messy business.
You just hit it right there on the head. Who owe favors to? Because there's a lot of that goes around. I did this for you, so it comes back later on.
And they have us believe. See, this is the thing in America. They say they don't like somebody, they don't this, they don't that. Look at them closer, because usually they have a relationship of some sort, a personal relationship going on. They always try to pin us against folks with their narratives, and then the whole time we find out that y'all really had a whole thing going on behind the scenes. Shady.
Yep. Money and propaganda, that's why.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheila. I saw what you did for me. I appreciate that, Sheila. That was nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a scary territory that we're stepping in. And honestly, that's kind of where, I'm going to keep digging because I personally want to know, but you get to this space where do you go from here? You know that you don't have any power to elicit truth from these higher up individuals. I certainly don't have the power to elicit it from the cartel. You're not going to take it to the FBI. For all we know, they already know. They're already on board with it. And the truth is just not, I personally believe the truth is not going to come out. We may find it, but the fact that you're never going to have anyone come out and say, yeah, you got it, that's what happened. And I think right before primaries, I think we'll find out some big information. And then right before the election, I think Mark Kelly's going to come out swinging and bring up a bombshell. We found her, whatever. He's the hero, president. That's what I think.
I thought about that pretty, where it's like, he got himself entangled into this, like, saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, is this a tactic for what's to come? Because, and I mean, in the sense of, okay, that state is not one of the supporting states of him, right? And if you go there and you try to make it look like these people don't know what they're doing and you're the savior and you swoop in, then you can magically get votes, if you know what I'm talking about. You understand? Swaying, trying to sway people. I thought about
it. Yep.
Adam, if you're in chat, I'll let you on if you want to come up. Justine put the link in for you.
Yeah, how you said about you reach to a certain point. And that's kind of where I'm at with the Nancy case, because how you emailed me the other day and you're like, are you still doing Nancy? And, I was like, yeah, but I replied back with, I have to be careful because I've reached a point where I've gotten so deep and I've already got a video taken down, out of nowhere.
That.
Yeah, my whole video, because the whole video, when I brought up the whole, TNA, Abana, that name, because I brought that up a long time ago. I brought that up maybe 2 weeks after Nancy and went into her financials, all her business, and my video was just taken down the very next day.
I remember.
Justine, read my chat and read what Cece wrote and tell me what you give that to Ray to let him read it.
But Ray, in the other sector where I came from, there were some things like that too. Now, some of the stuff they were going over was more on the street level, right? And the way they did it when trying to present it was they found a way to present it so that it didn't ring bells to the, the A, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure out how to convert your presentation into that type of presentation and have your audience understand what you're talking about.
Yep. And that's what I've been trying to work on for about 2 to 3 weeks now, because there's even other names that nobody has mentioned that I found that works under the name we're talking about now.
Right.
And it's like, how am I going to present these names when nobody even knows these names, type of thing. But
without getting caught.
you got it. And without
Or
nobody
taken down.
you taking me down and trying to sue me and everything else. So it's
I'll
like,
tell
oh man. And then
how you can do it. You
let's say the whole, I think I got a lot of my video got in trouble when I show patents, because I showed these inventions and patents and I actually put them on the screen.
Ah, you got there. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have all the
We'll have
patents.
to talk.
I have all the patents.
Oh,
So
right.
when I showed the patents, it showed her and her business partner on these patents. It was like 7 of them, and
How are those websites for her companies? Did you try and click on that contact us link where it takes you right to Squarespace? There's the Squarespace link, not their Squarespace.
Yep. I did
Shells.
Shell companies. Yep, I did that. I found the accountants, the people who did accountants out in Middle East and Iran. I mean, found a lot.
Are you talking about their real estate investment company where it has like 3 pictures that aren't pictures?
Mm-hmm. So it's like there's so much that that was you're found. So you're like, how do you present this information to people when people don't even know this information? It's like, how do you do this? So yeah, that it is hard to figure that out without getting in trouble, or you end up missing in a week.
Yeah, what I know, and obviously, like, because I don't want this getting taken down, and it's kind of the reason I don't like talking about it or bringing it up. Kind of like you have to be careful. I will say that is the only person who has cease and desist coming out from the senator, from her lawyers or their lawyers. There is a reason they're adamant they don't want this name out there, so we got to be careful with it. But you have a pristine crime scene and someone that has a patent on something that can destroy the RNA in mitochondria. Hello. What do you do? What do you do, Ray? What do you
do? Bingo. Why is there no DNA? Well, maybe. Maybe it's because of this,
Yeah. And I know everyone wants to keep talking about it, and I understand. But like you said, like once we get to this level where there really is nowhere else to go, you start to see what's relevant, what is completely irrelevant, and you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and there is nowhere to go. There's no ceiling here. You're never going to get there. I don't know. Doesn't stop me, but what do you do?
I totally understand. Definitely.
Justine, I put in the chat. I don't know if it went to yours, but I put people to subscribe to my channel too. So I put that in chat. So if you see it, it's for my channel.
Yeah, sub up to Fugitive TV. And if you haven't subbed to me, and DJ has a channel, so anybody that and anybody that's in here that has a channel, it's how I got where I am, and I'm not even very far, but help each other out and drop your links. And smush the like button. Like I said, it's not monitored by Pima County or the FBI, and even if it was, they wouldn't catch you anyways, so we're good.
That we know.
Oh, Ray, did you see the Justine thumbnail? I gave her an upgrade. She loves it.
Oh no, I didn't look at that. I'll look at that.
Thumbnails for really good looking people.
You got me right on the money. Yeah, I need to screenshot that and put that on my thing because I love being that lady, honey. Yeah, that's who they looking for. Let them look for that gal.
I should have left my camera off and just let people imagine it's that really pretty girl in the thumbnail.
What I just thought of with my phone died. We were saying about that pit patent thing. Didn't that potentially be a connection? Didn't the lady that lived in the casita deal with things of that nature?
Huh? Gigi, I didn't hear what you said. You broke up.
You gonna make me say it again, bro?
Yes, because I didn't hear you.
20
You broke up.
times,
Yeah, you
please.
broke up.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
I said, didn't the lady that lived in the casita allegedly deal with things of that nature?
Mm.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, anyway, today was a nice day. It was really warm outside and not too hot and humid here.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. It is humid here. It is humid here.
In the
I know. I
name,
feel like I have heat stroke being on this panel right now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know
know-
what it is where I'm at? In central Indiana, it's 75 degrees. That's what my temperature was today.
Angel, I think Adam's hanging out with his little one, so I don't think he'll be coming up. But
Oh,
Cece said, seems like you need to get a high-ranking politician that's willing to listen to your info and willing to get congressional backing to investigate this. Well, I will say to that is that my face is on YouTube and I have said these things already, and there is no chance in hell I'm touching this with 100,000-foot pole to any politician. If someone sees it and takes it, there's nothing I can do. But I value my life very much, very much.
I was gonna say,
Well,
how would you even know to trust the person, the politician? Because
they flip on you. They too janky. But what I will tell you is the Ray and Justine, you all need to sometimes you just have to do things that are seemingly private, if you understand what I'm saying, because everything ain't for your audience in these cases. All right. I've been watching this true crime on here and not being on panels, but being in the audience for many years. What I say from the beginning of YouTube times, okay? And I've seen people go down rabbit holes that in cases that they ain't had no business in. But they didn't expose everything, okay? Even though we all, as I say me, even though I don't really go live, as streamers, YouTubers, we all want that viral moment. You understand? But you have to decide what you're doing. Do you want the truth or do you want the viral moment? Because sometimes you can't have both. You just can't have both when it's a gray, a wonky area. You know what I'm talking about, right? And you have to decide that for yourself. Each one person is doing what they're doing. But I think that that's probably the best approach if when you get to those points. That's the sign for you all to maybe be mindful about your presentations. Okay. And maybe do more stuff behind the scenes and find out what you need to find out. And then you reiterate it and regurgitate it in your own way, in a safe way. Because it's capable of being done. You just have to put your mind to how to do it. Now, what you can do and what I've saw some of the other people do in the other sector that I be in, they take their moderators that they trust. And the moderators give out a key. You understand? A key in the chat. All right. Like this letter equals this name, like a puzzle key, right? And then what you do is when your live is over, you make sure you do not include your live chat with it. You get it off of there, okay? But now your audience knows what we're talking about. Especially
Makes
if you don't
sense.
have 500 20K in your chat, you know what I'm saying? So it can be done. It just takes more work when you're doing your presentations.
Oh, gotta go private. Gotta go private now.
Yep. More behind the scenes. Yep.
Just find it.
I'm
Find
in
the truth.
airplane mode.
But I think it's a good idea for you two to do some work together. I do. Because in a lot of sectors they don't work together. Because I might have this piece, you might have that piece, and we need to put this puzzle together, but they don't want to work together to do it because they're all looking for that viral moment. But if you all really want the truth and you work together, I'm telling you, some of y'all, boy, y'all be right on it. And one day I'm going to tell you who I am. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, and y'all are just keep digging, bro. Just
Michelle
digging.
Obama? Is that you?
Yeah, baby, that is me.
Big fan, big fan.
Yeah. No, I'm not nobody that's nobody. You understand? I just,
Yeah.
I'm old Gigi. I'm an old lady that lives in a shoe.
With 8 kids.
No, not no 8 right now. Hold it now.
Whoa.
Oh, wait a
You
minute.
don't live in Ohio, do you?
Oh,
No, absolutely not. Ohio people. Whoa, I watched them cases of Justine.
DJ, what are you thinking about all this? You ain't said much.
Yeah. Hey, DJ. What's
She
doing?
takes it in.
Just looking.
What do you think about all this? You ain't said much.
It's just there's a wicked big delay that everybody is. I see. I heard that.
You might want to try and go out and come back in. That'll
I've
help.
done it like 6 times.
Oh, weird.
What'd you say?
Wow.
She's done it like 6 times. But
You
yeah,
just
and you're really quiet too.
closer to your microphone.
Yeah,
whatever
get closer. Get closer to your microphone.
But yeah, I've been telling Ray that we need to work together, but I think we just made like this whole conversation was a big leap in the right direction, because sometimes you just, not that you don't want to work with someone, but you don't know what they have and you don't know how deep they're willing to go in the weeds with you on it. You know what I mean?
well, I mean, as you see, we're talking about the same things right now. So
Y'all on the same street. Y'all on the same street. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know it.
about to knock on the same door. Like, oh, I know you. You knocking on this door too?
Yeah. I'm gonna go in the back door though. I'm gonna go in the back door.
Ain't
Yeah, Ray,
y'all each other
speaking of
house.
that, speaking
DJ,
of that, speaking of the back door, Ray, what's your opinion on the front door versus the back door theory? What's your take on that?
Oh! I thought you were going somewhere else with that. All right.
Oh Lord.
No,
Oh no, but the guy on the video, my personal opinion, I think that was for show. I think that was for show.
Yeah.
I think he was there to fool us. I think it was there. I don't know if he was there. Let's say, let's give them this sort of video. You know what I mean, for the public to see, or you just go out here and just But so that guy in front of the video, I think that was straight show. And not only that, we all know the picture of him without the backpack, and they say it was back in January. And I always go back to when they very first released the photos. A lot of people forgot about this. The very first day they released the photos, not the video, but the photos, that image of him without the backpack was in the middle of those photos. Some people caught that and was like, hold on. So I guess there's 2 people. And then 2 hours later, they released the video. And people forgot that photo even existed. And then they released it like a couple weeks later saying, oh, look, we got this new photo from January. You guys have to watch out for that. And when I talked to my source who works for that county, they said that photo was leaked by accident that first day. So I always wondered about that. Like, interesting. So was that photo supposed to be saved, to throw us off some more? I don't know.
Do you think that photo looks like Nanos? No, I mean,
no comment.
Okay.
I think it looks like somebody else.
Turning my mic off.
Oh, and he did too, stinker.
I gotta stay private. You said stay private.
I did, but I like your answers. I'll take them. I know what they mean. I know code.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know code,
this is a silicone mask, so
that part.
Not even really what I look like. I look more like the thumbnail.
That's definitely, you got my picture exactly there, and you can't get no better than that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's obviously, like, in my opinion, and it's weird where I've gotten, and it's not for nothing, but like, I will go on panels that I don't go on as often anymore, and not because I like want to be a jerk about anything, but once you see things, you can't unsee them, and that window gets a little bit more narrow, and I can't go back to talking about certain things because I don't want to sit here and say irrelevant, because there's so many. There's so much more information to piece together that's bigger than that. But I do not think it is a mere coincidence that now all of a sudden, we're starting to get onto certain theories and everyone's starting to catch on to certain things. And all of a sudden, whoops, there goes the footage. We didn't know it got deleted. And want to bet that Uber video that everyone has been asking about is part of the deleted footage. And now it's just not going to exist conveniently. But
bingo. I mean, in such an important situation, Kate, just have stuff. I mean, like, come on now. Come on. We're in 2026 and you telling me that stuff just is getting deleted and this and that. And, no, you're deleting it. You're doing it.
Who the hell would trust Pima County with anything after they saw how they handled this investigation, let alone very sensitive footage? And what are you guys, 5 years old? You only make one copy of footage? Like, what is this nonsense? Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's because Nano's got to go, and that's what I've said that a while, that he needs to go because he's not a good sheriff in the first place.
No, but that's
how many copies I have of that footage? I have like 20 different copies. They're inverted, they're blue, they're inverted blue. I have like 20 copies of that porch guy footage that I've looked at in different settings and shit. So you're telling me that your stuff is deleted? Oh, nope. Yeah. Sorry, Gigi.
Hey, did you see who's in chat, Justine?
No, I'm right here.
No, ask Justine if she knows who's in chat, and I'm about to invite him on.
She said, I'm right here.
I don't know. I'm thinking like Fort Huachuca.
Yes.
Oh, Army vet. Hey, totally didn't see you there. Definitely not him, but
there's a Marine in the chat.
Army. Oh, you were giving him shit. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait, does DJ want to say something now?
Go, DJ.
Okay, Army vet, it should be up there now. You should be able to see it. Justine, if I get 2 more subs, I'll be at 170. I just need 2 more subs.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to pause so that DJ can talk and ready, go.
Hey, Joe.
My creepy Army. My question is,
I seen all the hate.
I really tried for you. DJ.
Seen all the hate. Hey, DJ.
We need to play the quiet game, everybody. Oh, gosh. Hey.
Yeah. DJ, talk. Everybody be quiet so she can talk. I agree.
yeah, because everybody, I hear everybody saying, okay, my question is, what steps what facts do we actually have that we don't have to follow with allegedly or in my opinion? Go.
I heard, what facts do we have? Go. You just want to know what facts we have that... What? Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying that what facts do we have that we don't have to say allegedly, in my opinion, or doesn't come from the family, or doesn't come from the
No one has seen Nancy in a hot minute, and instead of Mahjong, Ash likes to say they played Mahjong. That's all I know. She hasn't been seen.
The facts I know is that Nancy's gone. That's it. That's what I know for sure. Everything else seems to be lie, not or some nefarious.
Nancy's not around. It's the only thing.
We don't even have a fact of what she was wearing because it was never on a description either.
Yep. Everything they gave us was just about nothing. Like it takes you nowhere. It's almost useless. It's, like okay. So for instance, like Ray said about the porch guy, I think that's useless. I think the whole watch and monitor thing, that's useless in finding this lady. They gave us nothing to actually help find the lady. Nothing.
Because they don't want to.
They don't want her found. Because I think they put that lady up. That's why that gal got that talk show. That's dirty work.
Anyone
though.
play Wordle today? Anyone got their Wordle score?
I would never play that if my life counted on it because of this crazy old case. There's no way.
Insane.
Even if I was Savannah before this happened, I don't like her now because I don't like how you not representing for your mom. I don't care even if you know what's going on. They put on a show for the daggone people.
Yeah.
Doing it right. You just a goofy.
Well, something right with her anyways. I agree.
That family is going to get them caught. You hear what I'm saying? Because when you move in a certain way, it's telling to the people. It's not one person that talk about this case that don't think that family ain't moving weird. And if they do, they're like, oh, they grieving differently. All right, whatever, you sit down. But most people think that these family members are moving weird for their mom to be missing.
I definitely do.
Yep.
Justin, it's your turn to talk.
Me?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I ain't heard from Army Vet. What's up, bro?
God dang it.
Yeah, I've heard from you all day, but you're not talking now. What are you doing?
I'm being analytical. I'm listening, processing data.
Tripping.
I'm processing data. I'm processing data, baby girl.
You have any Haribos today? Sorry.
Didn't know I knew the song, huh? Gotcha. Okay.
I got a tequila bottle I gotta go process.
No. Okay.
Stop it.
No, I've been really talking shit today about a lot of stuff dealing with Iran and links. I know it's okay.
Private.
Yes.
Private.
I did okay. I don't even know pretty where you want me to start. What was it? I just gonna start. She said, "What do we know?" Okay, there's one thing that we do. Well,
Ray called on you first.
Yeah. Dang, snitching.
Wow. Just giving credit.
But come on, I know your question. Go ahead, Ray. Go. All right, I already know where you go.
Oh, we know another fact. What's another fact? A fact would be there's no clear video evidence. That's a fact that we know of anyway.
Do we believe the blood before I make a fact statement? Do we believe the blood?
No, I think it was put there.
I think it was put there too.
I think it was planted.
Look at us all on the same page. Happy family.
Look at that. We all think they're stupid.
I think it's real.
You think her blood's real?
I told Pretty this. If I don't believe one part of it, I can't believe none of it. Then I'll have to take out what Pretty say the time. I'm gonna have to take out the video, You know what I'm saying? I can't pick and choose. So I have to either believe and I know that she was like, Army vet, stop being stupid. I get it. I know it's a blast. I get it. But I would have to pick and choose if I think the time is right, if I think she got home. You see what I'm saying? You're questioning all your data now. If you don't believe. So I'm believing the blood is real. I believe this was someone came in to get her. They lost control of her at the front door. They gained control of her before leaving to the car. That's the only facts I can tell you. At some point, they lost control of her at the front door.
I think it was a production thing.
But
I think the days we put up.
Yeah, I think it was a Lifetime movie.
You're right. But once again, like I told Pretty, if I believe that, I have to believe Trump lied, Cash Patel lied, Senator Kelly lied. You see what I'm saying? Now we got a conspiracy.
Well, no way. Our government would never lie to us. I'm sick of you saying this.
Hey,
they
Army
would
vet,
never.
You remember this? I guess they didn't lie to us about the what was it? Was it the Tuskegee experiment? When they were
9/11, the Iran War, the Iraq War. Just
the
keep
shots
going.
that we learned in history,
going.
and we thought it was for something else, but it was really for something that was killing us.
Did you just say Trump doesn't lie? You know what? I need
now, real talk. We have We have war games going on right now at Fort Huachuca. This is what I was telling Pretty. Our war games we are having do the exact same thing that y'all see. We dress up, we act like we are soldiers or hostile, and our job is to go in like we are doing in Iran, blind a community to get a target. We are doing the same, and I told everybody on my stream this morning, this is what we do. I explained it a little bit more further. That's probably why they privated my shit, but that's neither here nor there.
I looked and I was like, where did it go?
I know.
It was gone.
And it
no shit.
Oh my God, that's what. Wow. Told you. I told we've been talking about this stuff for the last couple of days, right? Right, Pretty? How they'll come in and interrupt your live. They'll take stuff down. Man, listen, if you say certain words, it's just that's what's gonna happen. You triggering. It's too triggering. You gotta use.
I'm finna find it.
Okay, so totally unrelated, but it's a big deal for me. I have never gotten a gift ever. So Sunshine and Waves, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I was just talking about how cool they are. And Blue Cat sent me 30 gems, which I don't even know what that means, but thank you guys so much. I love you all. And thank you, Angel Eyes. Yeah, thank you guys. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Big day for me. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Go Justine. Go Pretty. Go Pretty.
I got presents. It just makes me feel so good.
Oh, you are coming up, girl.
How do I see chat? Oh, so do you see where it says like on the right, it probably sits in private chat and then there's like comments and recording. So there should be a way for you to click into like the comments part of it behind the stage here. I can't remember what it looks like on a phone.
I'll tell you. It says chat, comment, recording. So you hit comments and then you'll see the chat. And then if you want to join, you hit it down at the bottom.
Now, Fugitive should know how our technology on the border works with scanning, and that's what I'm finna put this in Pretty in your chat.
He was kind of just talking about that whole thing like that.
That right there. Hope, man, why is it doubling up your stuff?
Because because I'm connected to my channel. Gigi, you should be streaming this to yours. Fugitive, I get why you're not doing it to yours. I'm just kidding.
Army, she's
doesn't want it taken down again.
Army,
No.
she's connecting her stream with my stream so she can see my chat too.
So in many streams that are connected, it does double print in the chat.
Okay.
That's how-
Can you highlight that quote I got in your chat? It's only halfway.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, thank you. Now
at
they're
all the
just
gifts
sending
you're
me. So
getting.
I know. I want to cry. That's so sweet.
Get
I
them
don't know. I'm like a little kid at Christmas right now. I love it. It's
Did
amazing.
you did you see what I put in my $2 super chat? Did you read it?
Yeah, thank you, Angel. You're always so sweet and supporting me. I appreciate you.
Are we
Okay,
supposed
so
Army vet?
what?
Is Army vet wants to read this out loud?
Where's it at?
He wants her to read it out loud.
Oh, my bad. I'm somewhere else. Okay. What you seen that night? Well, not the games that are at Fort Huachuca that we do cyber games. This allows the military to simulate an entire foreign battlefield without accidentally knocking out civilian Wi-Fi and cell towers or power grids in the rest of the United States. That's how, when somebody was like, well, do you think this is what we do? Could someone went rogue and did this off post? Yes. Would they have known? Yes. This is what we do. This is directly what we do. This allows the military to simulate and fight. The battlefield isn't Iran. The people that we teach that's coming to Fort Huachuca are from the battlefield. Egypt, Turkey. Where do you think we're doing this at right now? Iran. It's exactly what we're doing. The exact same thing y'all seeing is the exact same thing that's happening right over there that they don't want y'all to see.
So, do you think this Iran war is appropriate? I mean, where you stand on that?
I have. That's a job. Ain't no feelings.
Gotcha. Good answer. Good answer. 500, Alex.
Feelings aren't facts.
Yep.
But I think that's where, everyone gets a little hung up on the case. But, people that investigate, you have to take your emotions out of it. You have to look at what's in front of you. You can't get too married to a certain opinion or a certain theory. So everyone that kind of goes down the family line, they're looking and they're leading with their feelings. Either it's against them, or thinking they had something to do with it, or thinking they're a grieving family and feel bad for them. When I remove it, look at it from 30,000 feet, and I look down, you can see, once you put the other players in, everything's methodical, everything's robotic, everything is staged, everything is scripted, because only a politician or somebody that need, like a PR, any sort of PR person, is going to put this in front of you. But if you are not a trained actor, you don't know what to do with that script, you're gonna look weird. And that's what's going on here. Even though Savannah does, still looks weird.
It's still, because it's uncomfortable for her, because that's her mother.
She don't look weird to me.
Look weird
like
to me.
if Savannah was in the Middle East, this would be a hostage situation, and the government would have told her and that news agency, do not report on this. Wow,
like
shocking.
It seems like that's what they said.
That's exactly what's happening.
Because mom's the word.
Look, I'm not saying this is in the United States. I'm saying my training, if you just remove Savannah and Nancy and just put them over in the Middle East or Russia or any other country that take hostages from the car,
I wouldn't put them there right now.
Yeah, like totally makes sense. Anywhere in other than United States, because we live on a lily white pad. like fugitives know how the border is and bad people here. We have taught. Americans don't know that. They don't know them bad people here, fugitives.
Yes. totally
can't
different.
comprehend.
Third world, it's crazy over there. Like, he's right about that. It's like I said, the guy I've been talking to that's in prison, he never had a regular job his whole life. From 17 years old, all he did was kidnap people from El Salvador to Mexico to Argentina. That is his whole job. All he did was abduct people. That's all he knows how to do. And it's crazy. Then you come over here to where we live at, and you have somebody getting kidnapped. You're like, oh my God. But down there, it happens like daily, all the time, every day, and half those people are not even seen again. It's crazy.
Right. And I'm not saying anything about nationality or this, but let's just say Nancy was kidnapped 70 miles from the border. Wouldn't you kind of want somebody that know how to cross the border to get her across?
Mm-hmm.
That done did it multiple times. Like, man, y'all got to get y'all stuff together, man. Of course they hired somebody to get her across the of course. And it's going to be somebody local that knows the area to get her across. And they're going to have somebody on the other side.
They ain't gonna get somebody.
Fugitive TV, where were you the night of?
Yeah.
We're not entirely sure,
Radio
but sometime in
Oh, here we go.
What tunnels was you using?
Here we go.
this is really why we wanted you here.
Like,
That's
but
fair.
Fuse, it doesn't make sense if you want to cross the border, you're gonna hire somebody either on the other side or this
Oh,
side.
I said
to
that.
get
I know somebody.
Come on, man.
Somebody
Come
that's
on.
related doing
Come
that.
on, y'all.
Doing that. And here's the thing. In order to catch them or even find out who they are, you're going to have to get somebody that does that, to even find them. So,
yeah. Good luck, in other words.
Pretty much. And I'm not taking the job.
On that border, it's a different world. If you ever cross the border, what the local sheriff knows over here, they know over there. They know who you're looking for, why you're looking for them, who's searching the town, the border towns know exactly what's going on.
I think a lot of people know exactly what's going on except for us. We the only fools that don't know what's going on, I think, really, in reality.
Yeah, but usually in most cases they give you updates, but we ain't getting no updates in this case. None. Not even one.
Update. That's never going to happen again. That's done and finished. Finito.
The propaganda.
But I do. Sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
I said the propaganda has ran out.
Yeah, expired. That's why they ran everybody from in front of the lady. Like, go on. Ain't nothing to see here. Bye. That's how they act. And get out. And it's not about healing and none of that. That's just hogwash talk, okay? They just want you out there because you find somebody else business, and you doing too much. You know what I mean? That's how they act and treat you when you doing too much. They start violating rights and stuff. They don't care about that. You gonna get from in front of the lady house. You know how your granny would be like, I don't care about that, and she'll hit you with that switch anyway, knowing it's against the rules.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing. You go ahead and keep doing it, and I'm gonna smack you back with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
And here's the sad part. I don't even think it's really, let's say, that hard if somebody knew what they were doing to figure it all out. So if you had, let's say if I was in Tucson, if I was there, I already have, let's say, connections to where I can still talk to and call to because I still talk to them sometimes. And if I wanted to, I probably could cross the border and probably do some of the stuff I did before and run into somebody and talk to somebody and find out some information. So I'm pretty sure if I can do it, they can probably do it if they really, really want to, but they choose not to, or they're just covering it up in the first place and don't want you to do it.
Yep.
Now, what if everybody is right? Well, not right, but she was kidnapped and they got her. What do you think went wrong?
Savannah called Senator Kelly.
Correct. That's the only thing
And
that
she
went
didn't
wrong.
wait for 3
Thwarted.
days either.
She is
So
correct.
then,
That's the only thing.
okay, so what went wrong? So as a result of the phone call, what's the next move? What do you mean what went wrong? Explain that part.
There's a
Because she didn't wait
difference.
3 days like she's supposed to.
There's a
Or she should have.
difference between, and I'm hopefully fugitive. There's a difference between Pima County searching for you and NSA.
Oh,
Big difference.
absolutely. I'm answer to that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Senator Kelly connected. Let NSA, Border Security, Fort Huachuca, drones, military intelligence all got alerted about that border. So they are not going to, am I right? You are not headed there.
Yeah. You better
That
turn it. Uh-huh.
turn that bitch around.
Yeah.
That is not where you want to go.
Well, he's saying what I told you guys
Gee.
earlier. That my source told me that they had to stop all the illegal activity on the border
Yep.
because of some, FBI was at the border, so they had to stop.
You did say that. Yep. But I just don't understand if and I know they not entitled to tell us no. We just civilians, okay, in this story. We're just like nobody, right? But I just don't understand how you got all this said surveillance, Hakachuka and all this shit, okay? And you now telling us you ain't got nothing. You don't have a
National
damn.
security. National security.
Oh, well, okay, so that just tells me
That's
that my girl math says that so they do know, and you just lying to our ass. You're
because
lying.
you slap national security on anything, and if you say something, you are prosecutable under the Constitution of the United States of America for the rest of your life.
People that got visits in the foothills is like, I'm not saying nothing. Get from away from me.
They don't play around when they say national security.
So okay, with that notion, I'm gonna land this plane. So with that notion, those visits that we saw people getting, you think that perhaps that was what was being said in the visits? Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. I think so. Because after the visits, keep in mind, I keep saying in this case, pay attention to the timing and what goes on. Now that this is being said, like when these people got visits, after the visits, that everybody started being quiet. After that door knocking visits, them door to doors they was doing, folks
Probably
now
seen something.
visits. It's like nobody wants to say nothing now.
I'm sure they seen something.
Well, if we think about it this way, if I had someone powerful, if I had the FBI knocking my door saying, don't say shit, I wouldn't say shit. Especially if there's some money behind it. I can be bought. I keep saying this. I can be bought. No, but seriously. And then like the only right. And oh, by the way, I did put it in the private, right? Because we always email, but I don't ever check my email. So it's in the private.
Gotcha.
But so if they were going around, I think one of the friends or one of the church ladies talked or something. But I will say, no one opens their mouth thinking they're doing better, but do more damage than those old grandmas. They're beautiful, they're wonderful souls, but I can imagine them being like, well, I just told them what the news is saying, and I didn't mean for it to, be a big deal. And now everyone's hanging on the words of this old lady. They're probably like, Grandma, we told you not to say anything. And she thinks she's helping by corroborating the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that does happen in real life where they innocently, innocently snitch.
But they're only helping, sweetheart.
Allegedly.
I'll tell you what.
Allegedly.
On payroll, get top dollar. That one.
I don't have to say allegedly about a hypothetical situation. I'm going to be saying allegedly and hypothetically every other word.
Because anytime I think I'm going to put somebody in danger, I say allegedly. I just don't say it.
Oh, you. Okay. I thought you were saying me to say it.
No. No. Because when I'm going to say something might put people in danger.
Okay, I'm going to turn my camera off then.
Allegedly, there is camera evidence of this from a neighbor. but the neighbor is terrified. So they are keeping everything hush hush, but they are saying that one neighbor caught something. They're not saying what it is, but they're saying that's why the neighborhood went quiet and the FBI is, but this is allegedly because I don't want people. Was your favorite ring camera? Was it your ring camera? Was it your ring camera? Was it your ring camera? Allegedly. They said that somebody camera picked something up.
I believe that. I believe that that could possibly be very much so true because, I mean, come on now. We're in 2026. Come on.
Talk to me, Dusty. Talk to me, Dusty Jeff.
So
She's got her hand
did
raised.
any-
Yes. You have a question?
Pick me. So there is a video. I have not watched the whole. Sorry, I've been sick for a couple days. I haven't watched the video, all of it. I just caught a short of drunk turkey, and there is footage. I'm not saying allegedly because it's a clear footage, but there's a footage of two people. Sorry, that's why I've been on mute. My dog's decided now to play. But there is video of two people walking up, and there's a camera right in front of them, and the person holds that backpack up to the camera, and it shuts off. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's related. I don't know, but it was. I just saw it before I came on here, the short, but it's the same backpack. I don't know.
Christine's back on. If you haven't noticed.
Oh, welcome back, Christine. How's it going?
Well, I didn't mean for the red carpet to be rolled out. Hey, I just popped on real quick, and then I was going to send you a message, Justine. I dropped one of the docs I worked with. I just happened to chat with him. He gave me just to make on the whole pacemaker thing, which ultimately I think is there's just nothing to go on. But something I never thought of and didn't realize is he said that although it might send something to a device, a monitor, that unless a patient had remote monitoring set up, that it's not automatic. Like some patients don't go right to remote monitoring, right? Like
So
they
they
have
do
to
not
call and have it downloaded, but it's not automatically sent. And then he said pacemakers, and it goes back to how long she's had it, what kind, go from 8 to like 15 plus years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's interesting. Sorry for what?
Well, I was like, I just jumped in here and I don't know what you all were talking about. And so sorry if I interrupted.
Nope. We were talking about pacemakers. What did you say, Steve?
No, we're talking about how to
I
make
just wanted to ask you what she said because I missed part of what she said. I didn't know what she said. Can you clarify what she said?
Oh, yeah, with the pacemaker. So basically, it doesn't necessarily, or I should say, patients that have pacemakers don't necessarily have it set up to where it's automatically going to send the raw data to the doctor. It depends on, I'm assuming, how bad their heart is, if they have any other conditions and whatever. And everyone brings up the blood thinners. But if you have a pacemaker, you're going to be on blood thinners. It's to prevent blood clots, and especially if it has to get through a device. Anyways, I digress. But she said basically that she would have had to have it set up. Otherwise, you'd have to basically call the doctor and have it downloaded. Kind of, if anyone's ever worn like a heart monitor or anything like that, you turn it in and then they download the data. It's not necessarily
So, Christine,
the term used. I'm sorry.
So to get the data, that would take weeks if they went the doctor route, huh? Basically, is my taking.
It all he said it depends if they had remote monitoring set up. It's not automatic. That makes sense?
Yes. I was just thinking about because my brain went to because my grandma had one and hers wasn't remote, and it took weeks for them to get the report back.
Yeah.
My
so it just adds to more confusion to then, just more we don't really know, but I didn't realize that. I always just thought it would always just like upload to a doctor. He said, no, that's not how it always
Yeah,
works.
that makes sense. Oh, and I don't know if who's all here when I said this, but finally Pima County got back to me on the FOIA request that I sent before all of the boys were, or like the day of that, all of the boys were arrested, and they have the audio for the 911 call and the CAD logs and everything. So we go find out who called 911, yeah. But I mean, I think that's why my heart's still in it, because even though we don't know, I don't think we're ever going to know what happened to Nancy. You brought real life consequences to everyday people who really were just trying to find out the truth that you a-holes were hiding. So when you're going to affect people's lives, that's a whole different scenario for me. So I will stay in it for the fight, for the guys, for civil rights, for us who sit up here and, talk about these cases. We need to make sure that we're not just going to roll over every time someone tries to shut us down, because if we do that, we're not going to have the freedom to speak on these channels anymore, on these platforms. So I think it's still important that we advocate for that, and advocate for their, First Amendment rights, for all of our First Amendment rights. So I'm going to continue, that fight. But as far as, the Nancy and what happened to her, keep digging behind the scenes and we'll see how far my neck will stick out for that. But I think Ray and I will be conversating a little bit more coming up here.
We will. But I have to head on out. I got to go record a video. So you guys, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
See you later.
No problem. Talk to y'all later, all right?
All right. Be safe.
You too, big dog. Can't wait to turn up.
Oh, you got to remove him off the stage, Angel. Just click on his picture and hit remove.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. I just wanted to pop in. I got to go do some family time, but thanks for letting me back in. Just wanted to update you instead of typing out a post.
Thanks for coming back.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
DJ, I see you waving your hand. You got something you want to say?
No, I was saying goodbye to Christine, I think her name was.
Yeah, I brought her on because she's from Tucson, and I figured working in the healthcare administration, that she might have been able to talk a little bit about the pacemaker, and she did, but it was.
Yeah, I had a question for her, but I missed her, and I wanted to know, in her opinion, with what she knows, is if theoretically, if Nancy is still alive, would her pacemaker still be working? It might not be downloading, but would it be working?
I always heard that it'll keep working until the battery dies.
Oh, they rip out her chest.
If the person's no more. That's what I've heard all people say. They all were kind of consistent in saying that about the pacemaker. Now, my neighbor had a pacemaker, and she showed it to me, and it was really, really little. She was getting it installed. She had to get a new one, and the new one was sent to her house. So she was showing it to me, and I'm telling you all, it is so small. It's not even funny. The small little thing, you would not think it's this tiny, right? And the thing has the capability that it has. And hers, I think this was last year she showed it to me, and hers lasts for 15 years. She said.
And the reason I asked that is because, in theory, if she is still alive, if her pacemaker is still working, I mean, somebody had said on another stream earlier that, and I said it right along, you're right by Mexico. You can get any pills. You know, if the person has her, it's not hard to go to Mexico, or even a drug dealer on the street. Like right here in New York, I could go to Watertown, which is a half an hour away from me, which where I grew up from. But I can go half an hour down the road, and I can get gabapentin. I don't take gabapentin, so I don't need it. But I've heard that people will go up to a drug dealer and say, like, "Hey, can you score me some gabapentin?" it's not hard to get blood thinners and, like the things that she would need to maintain just the bare minimum of life, at least.
I mean, how do we know? She could be getting her prescriptions filled from another pharmacy somewhere else. I mean, think about it, right? If let's just say she walked off into the wind and she's somewhere with a boyfriend, right, laid up, she could be getting her prescriptions there where she at a mom and pop pharmacy, and we don't know.
Yep.
Okay, I got a question for the panel. I got a good question for the panel. Do you, because I already know the answer, but I'm going to see what y'all think. There's no way you can get enough medicine to keep her alive for 6 months. That's not possible because no doctors are going to prescribe that much.
Well, who's to say that she is in the state that she's in the death state, so to speak? Now, they said that she needed this medication in order to stay alive, right? But she needed the medication to stay alive, but when she got home at 9 whatever, she ain't take the medicine. She forgot.
Thank you, Jim. Jim said don't use the prescription names of the DRUGS because YouTube apparently will strike the video. So just be careful of the brand names.
So yes, how you know? Okay, so it said that she didn't take that last dose around 10. But this lady's they told us if she don't take her medicine, she could die. You know that, and she
organizer though. Like, I mean, it wasn't taken. She had a pill organizer, according allegedly. I don't know, but I mean, who's to say she didn't take it out of the bottle, or somebody didn't take a handful to take with her to pass her, pass her through for a while.
Can I play the porch guy now? I'm the porch guy.
You do fit the profile, just.
Why do I give a fuck if that lady lives or dies if I kidnap her? I don't care what drug she getting. I got paid to get this lady, not keep her alive. I was paid to grab this old lady at her house.
Get out of here. Yeah, you don't care about no pills, and I'm not saying
nothing. I don't care about her.
I'm just saying in the story, it makes no sense that this is how you know it's yet another liar. Something's not right with it, because if you are saying this lady need this medication or she'll die, but she went home and forgot to take it, that's unbelievable.
Remember the guy at the front door. That's who she was with.
Yeah, he don't care about
I still think
people need to understand the visual. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a game with their theories. That guy at the porch was alone with an 84-year-old woman for about 2 to 3 days.
I know that it sounds suspicious that they want me to believe that he came to take this old lady and they lingered around in that house for 41 minutes. I find that hard to believe.
You don't know what he was doing for 41 minutes.
Dare to like you say, if you dare to complete the task of lady out of the house, I don't think you're gonna be worried about if you bust this lady head cleaning up the floor.
Or if he is going through her phone trying to see messages from Savannah to get money sent. Y'all have no idea what was on that phone. Be quiet, Dusty. Shh, be quiet. You're right.
Don't they have the phone? Don't they have it? I mean, am I mistaken it?
Dusty, right? Oh, hey, you twisting and turning us. Hey, there you go. Hey, we back.
All right.
You dropped us. She dropped us.
One day Justine dropped the phone on our heads.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. All of this was caused by the brain damage to my audience when I dropped them.
Because I was just
take full responsibility.
All of it is just alleged and one's opinion. That's all it is. Everybody's
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because that's what we do. That's what we do in the military. The first time that we get in there, we know all your high profile contacts in your phone, and we either start trying to get information from your contacts, either passwords or username, because they're going to be the next target. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I
How? Yeah,
is
of
that
course,
that might be how
of course.
I can't say his name. DC
Yeah,
got TNA's numbers.
of course.
Yeah.
But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When you know when you talk to people that actually bust in a fucking house and tried to get people, it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. It's not y'all. This makes sense if we was overseas. This just is crazy that it makes sense over here. That's all that I had said. If it was
Right.
overseas, this shit makes complete sense. Over
Right.
here, wild.
Yeah, it's wild. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh boy.
That was
I think it could be some truths mixed with a little bit of lies going on. You understand? You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
I'm just saying, if you saying why was he in the house for 41 minutes, I have direct contact with Savannah, Cameron, and Annie.
Okay, so now the question is, did the bad guy take the phone with Nancy, or was it left behind?
It was left behind with the pictures of what happened.
And do we believe the timeline?
No, I don't believe the timeline is way off.
I
You want to
don't
know
either.
why? I'm gonna give y'all the next thing that y'all been missing. The FBI is holding back the last 3 phone calls that she made and the last 3 phone calls that were received. Don't y'all think that's a kind of interesting? Who is the last person that called her and who is the last person that she called?
What's the
Is that
significance? Yeah.
I'm just saying, I understand what y'all are missing, but I understand what they're hiding. They're hiding that. They're hiding the data. Y'all put all this together, then y'all going to start asking the FBI questions. Right now, y'all
they're
still
hiding?
looking at nanos. Yeah, y'all just acting nanos, and the FBI can just hide behind the scenes. No, oh, my bad.
We
We
not
asking the
asking
right question, Justine. Yeah. We know what we're doing. We'll catch up soon. Just
Justine
saying, y'all.
tell us asking the FBI nothing. That we're not going to do.
Why don't y'all think she hacked the phone and then
Who
start deleting the footage? No, the dudes that kidnapped. Why don't y'all think he got her phone and start hacking the data from the internet?
Well, it was said that, and I don't know if it's true, that her phone was missing information. So, I mean, what you're saying could make very good sense as that 41 minutes. You in there going through her phone, trying to find passwords, trying to find this. Yeah. That makes good sense because you don't want to remove that phone, because removing that phone is a tracking device.
You go for it.
Go ahead, DJ.
Unless somebody knew those passwords. The last one's to see her, and the first one's to be on the scene.
Thank you.
Sorry, that's where the evidence lies for me.
I'm going to switch to my phone, so you're going to have to add me backstage. I'm going to walk and talk and go get some din. So,
All right,
right back.
All right, it's fine.
I just know if you lock me in a house with a target and then you tell me the target mom has a phone, I'm sure the number one call on her phone will be her son, her daughter, and her. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear people, send a ransom note, why don't I just text her? Like, I don't understand y'all. My bad. I don't understand the thought that why would I want to send a ransom note when I got your mama telephone?
Right.
Ransom notes are bogus.
Yeah, like what am I doing? Like, well, just call her.
Yeah.
The fuck? Hey, what up, fugitive? I hear a lot of typing. Is that you, Pretty? Or is that boy?
That
y'all both
is
going
not
crazy.
me. That is
Y'all got some super typewriting skills. That's fugitive. He's going crazy. I don't think fugitive hear me. I don't think he hear me. Yeah, I don't think he hear my audio because he Fugitive, you still there? Nope.
Can you hear us?
Nope.
No, I think he
Maybe I need
forgot
to
to
come
hit that
back.
out button.
Maybe I need to come back.
StreamYard be giving out duds, man, nowadays.
But real talk, not bullshitting y'all. If he had her phone in that house for 41 minutes and you're saying why didn't he leave a ransom because he left it on the phone? I
Yeah,
mean,
I didn't
that's
think about
that's
that.
analytical thinking, y'all. Use analytical thinking. How
I
do you
never
send a
think about
message to family that know you are for real? You use their phone. Come
Angel,
on,
I think
people.
Angel, you got to remove him from the stage. I don't think he
Yeah,
even still knows that he's here.
All right. I'll make
remove
you.
me. Remove me too. Oh, my
Where are
audio
you
was off.
going?
I
Where
thought
you
my
going?
audio was off. I thought my audio was off.
No, it ain't out.
No,
No, it
Oh.
ain't out.
we're just ignoring you. No, I'm
Oh.
just kidding.
You're just trying to survive here, and it's not something like that. You have
Justin.
Justine, I got a theoretical thinking for you. I still think if you're going to abduct somebody from their house in the middle of the night, you're not going to wait around 41 minutes. You're going to get your whoever and get out of there. You're not going to hang around no 41 minutes. Can't convince me otherwise.
I
Mm.
agree. You looking for
If,
something? Yes, that can explain that. But what are
if
you
we're
looking?
going back into the camp that we believe everything that they're telling us, then
Yeah.
yeah, question it if you believe it. And I mean, to me,
Good luck.
I don't know.
No.
I think what the problem is like with me, I'm looking at it from the perspective that this is, bigger than what everybody knows. And in which case, not that it makes your point irrelevant, but we're looking to try to establish a timeline based on amateur criminals to try and figure out who might be where after that certain amount of time. If I'm thinking the level of criminal that I am, that part kind of gets removed as irrelevant because that, it's not going to lead us to any,
Thing.
John
Right. No.
Smith.
Omnivet, post your
Yeah, babe.
channel. Christine, the lady that was on
Oh, okay.
earlier, wants to subscribe to your page. She said,
I'm good.
have you put
Okay,
your
okay.
link up?
Oh, good. It's about the conversation, big dog. It's about the conversation. About the conversation. Conversation. What up, DG? What up, What up, Dusty Joe? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Okay. Or bad. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Once you get past the point, it's very difficult to go back and talk about the meaningless chatter in it all. And I get it. And I'm gonna tell you when my shift happened. It really, really happened. I was already feeling that way, but I really was like, "That's enough. I've had it." When they went back and started talking about the ransom notes for a second time, I was like, "You know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. I'm in a clutch hold. Y'all. Why? You know what? They don't. People need to understand when doing stuff like this, and you got clowns like they put out front like nanos and stuff. You need to understand that there's a called the art of confusion, and it's a lot of that going on here.
Look at my
What
left
up, Major?
hand. Up to
I mean, it's
I'm
just,
here. I'm here. I'm just putting your link in the chat because Christine wants to sub to your page, so I had to put your link in the chat.
no, thank you, big dog. It's just, I'm not bragging or nothing like that. It's just, you leave a cyber dude at the door in your house for 41 minutes, he's gonna know everything about your life. If you get a hold of your telephone, y'all know this. Like, look at your phone right now and say your kidnapper got it. What he has access to and who?
YouTube.
Yeah, like, and you see why they're keeping it quiet? Like, please don't, the YouTubers don't catch on. Don't catch on. Don't catch on and start answering. Y'all want the phone data and the last phone calls. And y'all, they don't want y'all to ask them questions because their phone gonna tell y'all everything.
Move for them to leave that phone behind. I'll tell you that right now.
See,
That was pretty smooth.
I don't operate on hard ground. I operate in the cyber world. And I know that phone with that kidnapper and Nancy in the house together for 41 minutes? Something on that phone. We all know that.
Well,
Come on,
how
dog.
about this, Yvette?
Something on that
Perhaps
phone.
you know, you hear when you watch other cases and people have to relinquish their phones to the police, they tell them that the dump only takes about a good 30 minutes. So maybe that's what they were doing a dump to the phone.
No. I'm actually saying he showed out on on his phone. I'm saying whatever happened that night is on her phone. Why wouldn't it be? He took all the other camera footage.
Right.
So you think he was trying to take her iPhone and see if the facial recognition would work with his face, or taking
Oh,
selfies? What do you think?
I think oh my bad. In cyber, if I know he made her unlock her phone, I can go into that and tell you what everything that they looked at and that. I can
Mm.
tell you if he told her to turn the phone on, look here, look here. I can do that cyber wise.
Mm.
Because if he was in that house for 41 minutes, they just didn't sit up and have an Italian dinner. He
You
went
ain't
on her
lying.
electronics. He went on her electronics. Like you have to understand that.
Because like my question always was, listen, if you got a camera, even if you don't have a subscription, if you got just the thing and it's like real time live feed with just that little notification thumbnail. Now, if you have that, it's gonna go off on your phone and it's gonna be there. So why the fuck they don't have one?
Who cares if it did? It's just like saying, "Hey, her phone beeped off," and you have two dudes coming at you in a house. What they're gonna do? Your phone can beep 50, 60 times. You got two dudes coming in your house, one through the front door and the back door. You got an alert. Now what? What do you do?
No, I'm
You
not
got
saying for naming purpose. I'm saying for after the fact, if the phone is left behind, then you'll have the thumbnails of a lot of stuff that went on that Nest camera.
You're right. The fact that he was in there for 41 minutes, don't you think he
Exactly.
took that don't you think he took that footage off that phone?
Absolutely. That's why I said it's gone.
No, the footage that identified him.
Yeah.
He probably turned that phone on to her, which they do overseas.
Yeah.
I'm giving you what they'll turn her phone on, record her, and tell her you are being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Tell them where to send your money, blah, blah, blah. Don't tell the police, and they throw the fucking phone right. I've done this before.
Yeah.
Overseas.
That's what they do.
Never. That's why I want to see the phone data.
We never gonna see that, Ari Bad. How are we gonna see that?
I know that's what I'm saying. I want to because that phone would tell me who
We
called
knew.
her, if she came home, if Annie and Tommaso text her, did you get home late? The last three phone calls, the last three text messages will tell you everything. It will tell
Well,
you, everything. Your Lyft
if
ride, everything.
if we knew
Y'all just
somebody
speculating.
for her cell phone company, we could get it.
Yeah. But everything is there. Everything's on her phone. When she went home, when she got home, when did
Yeah.
she text the Uber driver?
I mean,
Everything is on
if
her
she
phone.
went around with her, if she took that phone with her, then yeah.
Justine, are you still here or are you eating?
No, I'm here. I'm actually at the grocery store, but they play stupid music, so I don't want anyone to get struck. But one thing so the reason that I'm not really contributing too much is because let's just say for some reason, yeah, they do have all of that, and allegedly, supposedly, maybe like you look at it and it's Barack Obama, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do with that? You can't take that anywhere. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's kind of why I'm a little silent on it because I don't know. That's where I'm at. I
I was
don't
gonna,
know.
I was gonna have you read CC's question on my chat, but since you're not home, I guess you can't see the chat.
Oh, I can see it.
But will we ever have access to that phone?
No.
In the
Never.
conversation. In the conversation. So pretty right. You see what I'm saying? That's why I play Call of Duty. I just know
No.
it's not I know. I promise you, it's not that I know. I know what questions to ask, and I don't move until I get my answer. I don't move. You can say whatever you want to. If you are a real, you can see the flaws in this case and not say no. You can say, okay, I see the video. I don't see video. Where's the phone? Data. If you are a real, you can see it right there. Now, what Pretty is saying is once you see it, I know the truth is on that phone. I'm finna go to the FBI. As soon as you go to the FBI, what are they gonna do?
Oh Lord. They gonna
Click.
think you crazy. Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. In the show. So no matter
They're
what, it's
gonna
the end of the show.
they're gonna ask you how in the hell you got that information. What they're gonna ask you.
End of the
I think
show.
that a part of it, we get lost in the fact that we are like they don't need our help, right? And the fact
Nope.
is that when doing this, you have to keep it in perspective. And a lot of times, you're not doing this for the purpose of having to turn it over to no fucking body. You doing this
Mm-hmm.
for the purpose of your own knowledge, you understand, and understanding it.
Yep.
Everything doesn't. You don't have to be the hero, even though you have the answer. You may have the answer sitting in your hand, but in this case, dealing with these type of entities, the best thing you can do is keep it to your daggone.
Right. Well, that's what I was gonna say because even if I, like we're still, me and Asher are still looking at the porch guy footage, right? But
Right.
even if I see it and I can figure out exactly who that person is, do you think I'm calling up Cash Patel and telling him who is on that video?
Oh
No,
no,
he already fucking
you better
knows.
Those.
So
Yep.
no, you know what I mean? I'm doing it for me,
Hmm.
and for everybody else, but not to
not
call him.
implore you not to call none of them fools, okay? Just mind your business and keep on packing at your computer. And like I said, everything ain't for everybody, and that's just a fact.
I knew
Exactly. Yep.
about this case, and I sent Pretty some stuff, top secret stuff. So just go to her if I go missing. Um,
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
knew what happened. Like on day 3, I knew what happened because I know the area and I know what the area is capable of. And with all of y'all coming together, now y'all are seeing the different chess players. Because before, everybody just concentrate on Annie and Tommaso and Nanos. Now people know, oh, they just pawns. The big
Right,
players are behind them.
right.
And now people are getting it. But I knew on day 3, all this was involved. Then you add the technology. Then once again, you add the testing that we're doing right now at Fort Huachuca, the same thing that happened on that block. That could it be a rogue person and could the government know? Yes. Would y'all know? No. Would they let y'all know? Of course not. Why? Embarrassment, shame,
Yeah,
scare, fear. Yep. Y'all keep going, YouTube. Keep going.
all the above. Yeah, it definitely ain't necessary for it to all. Everything ain't necessary to be on YouTube, bro. You know what I mean?
And
Hmm.
only in my opinion. Go for it, Pretty. Go for it.
No, I was just agreeing, and I mean, I it's difficult, right? Because everyone wants to be the person that solves the Nancy Guthrie case. It's just kind of, you know, that's what it is. But like Gigi said, if you want to be in the investigative arena, there are certain things that you don't fly by the seat of your pants, turn that live button on and say, holy shit, you guys, look what I found, because you don't know the implications behind what
Yep,
you are doing and what you are saying and who that information is going to, and if it puts you at risk. So you
yep,
always have to be doing a risk assessment for yourself, for your safety, before you go on and expose anything. It
yep.
is, yeah, I mean, that's really the long and short of it.
It may
Exactly.
be they may not understand the magnitude of what you just did. You understand? Now you gotta live your life. You understand? Children and etc. And we had this conversation, behind the scenes about this type of thing. And you got to keep your safety first, no matter what. That's what's
Right.
most
Yeah.
important.
And yeah,
But
everyone can be like, oh, they can take the video down, but how do they mitigate the level of exposure, the audience? Who knows what you know now, even though that video has been taken down?
And
And
it's a
you
gamble.
they took it down. You know it's heavy, right? Because they took it down. Because if not, it would still be up. Especially when you talk about you not on these gigantic, large platforms. Like, okay, it makes sense to do it in a sense of you got a gigantic audience and this is what you're doing. When you don't have a gigantic audience and they still do it, that's pretty telling, bro. In my humble opinion, my many great years of being on the YouTube streets, yeah, you don't have a big audience and you put up a presentation and they either shut it down in the middle or after you're done, it goes bye bye. Huh, that's heavy.
DJ, you look like you're bored. You got anything to say?
No, I'm not bored. I'm listening. But like, I'm sorry, I can't get off the ANT. I just can't. Like, where are they? Why won't you step up and show their innocence? Like, that's the only thing they have to do is come on, Savannah can get them on screen, or I mean Instagram or whatever, claiming where they were, what happened. Like, they're the ones that can answer a whole lot of stuff, and they're nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, yeah, some people say they're in Italy. I haven't seen the receipts for that. So in my opinion, they're the last two that can give any information. Other than that, I don't believe anything.
They could, but they're not going to. I think.
And they're bad actors. You see how they were on the first days and them Instagram posts or lives or whatever they were. They're horrible actors, bro. They're not gonna get on any platform and get questioned about what position they played in this whole theatrics. Okay, they're never going to.
I'm sorry. That's where my head goes to. It just always will.
Well, because here's the thing: everybody had a position to play in this. So when I say involvement, yeah, they are involved because if you know that's being complicit and that you're involved, you understand? In my humble opinion. So, whether you knew, whether you saw, whether any of that, you're involved, bro. Whether you keep your mouth closed, period. And so I feel like all of them are involved to some magnitude.
Justine, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You followed the John Bonet Ramsey case, right? When you were younger.
Oh yeah.
Well, I seen an interview where her dad and his mom, they were fighting about it or whatever. Oh no, this was Elizabeth Smart. He said he seen the pain in his wife's face, so he did everything he could, even driving down to the police station to clear his name because he didn't want to hurt his family anymore. So he went down there to take a polygraph test or whatever he had to do to get cleared because he wasn't going to let his name be out there as a suspect.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're again under the assumption that that's any Joe Schmo, right? That gives a shit what Justine thinks. You're not talking about Savannah Guthrie's sister. You're not talking about someone who's on the Today Show who has connections to high-ranking officials. And so why would Annie or Tommaso give a crap what anybody or like me from a small town in Wisconsin? Why do they care what I think? You know what I mean? It's not going to pressure them into doing anything.
Well, if you hit a trigger, they will. If you get up there and start talking about the girl.
Yeah, I mean, look at you got other streamers that have tons and tons. I won't mention his name. Starts with a J and ends with an R. But I mean, he's got thousands and thousands of viewers, and he's called them out too.
Well, the fact is that with that one there, you're not investigating. Even though it says investigate, it's not really an investigation going on. It's investigative reporting. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not a shout out because I don't need to. I do know he has a substantial amount of viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do that person got more than Savannah? Because
I
that's who Annie. That's what Priya saying. That's who she's gonna listen to. Savannah.
Savannah's, I don't think she's on YouTube. I mean, I'm talking about followers on YouTube, but I mean, yeah, her Instagram and stuff. But up until 3 days ago, I didn't have Instagram. So,
But with
I mean,
with
I
her
saw her.
with Savannah's celebrity, that's what pretty with her celebrity and with her connections to Mark Kelly and all the Clintons, and they can get answers. They don't need you to. Like in a real world, do you think they're actually looking at it? Or they're looking at Savannah's news agency? Like I don't even think that I think they don't even turn YouTube on anymore. I think they did, maybe the first month. I just don't think they look at YouTube. I really don't think they look at social media. I really think Savannah crazy as shit, but that's just my opinion. Pause.
Oh yeah, I can second that notion. I
That's just
think
my.
so.
I mean, I just think she lost it. I just think she lost it. In my opinion, I just think she just lost it.
You got yourself in a conundrum. So yeah, I think she did lose it. You're right.
And still got to go on TV.
And smile. You better get up there and dance. You know how they say dance like they did Michael Jackson. Boy, you better
She
dance.
crazy. Yeah, she crazy.
Whoever just said that.
I think the problem is that she had 2 left feet.
Yeah. But that's what you handler. You know, when you marry a handler, a lot of times what goes on.
I'm gonna speak for all women and men on this one because I don't want y'all to have this club. So I'll be the one to speak on it. Anybody that ever lost a mom or a dad knows you can't even fucking move for the first 30 days after their funeral. Y'all know we can't. We can barely eat, Gigi. Barely fucking eat. And to perform on a stage?
It's been 4 how many years now? I don't like to keep count, but I think it's going on my 4th year anniversary for my mom passing, and I'm gonna tell you, it feel like yesterday. So I get what you're saying, but I will say that she probably is medicated in order to get up there and perform.
I know that's right. Y'all don't know, man. It's crippling. Gigi, it's crippling, y'all.
Stop, man. It's like
man. Y'all just don't get it, y'all. And that's what I'm saying. It's a club that I wish no people have and lose a parent. But I promise you, if you don't have friends near you, you don't eat. You don't get up to pee. Like you don't do nothing. You don't move, y'all. The sorrow is that deep. So to see that, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Let me I got a connection for you. You ready?
Smoking weed. I'm waiting. I'm smoking weed. I'm waiting for your question. I'm smoking weed. Let's go.
Hey,
Allegedly,
yeah. If she would have waited the 3 days that she was supposed to wait, I think the outcome would have been different. But you think I'm right or wrong?
Okay, I have a question though, Angel, before keep smoking your weed allegedly. So I've heard you say that 3 days a few times. Where did you hear that she had to wait 3 days? Where did that come from?
He's going by the hostage playbook of the FBI. Keep it out of the public. You know what I'm saying? But Mark Kelly called and jumped. He hopscotched that whole idea.
It's about donuts over there in Pima County getting on video and shit. Doing goofy things. You messing up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, when I say everybody had a part to play, some people played their part very well and some people messed up. Doing stuff too fast, jumping the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I see what I think is like the smart thing that Savannah could have done It said, Annie Tommaso, get the fuck out of this country, go on a road trip, go to
Yeah,
Italy, get out of here. I will handle this. They
yeah.
shouldn't have had the rest of the family on there, because I guarantee you everyone would have saw Savannah and probably not looked twice for siblings or anything. But what
Facts.
I can't get,
Yeah.
but I think maybe Annie wanted to, like, hey, this is finally maybe my turn to get some spotlight here. Big sis, move over. But what I can't wrap my head around is, even if it was a standard kidnapping, if it was as big as we think it is, all of that, why didn't they just keep it quiet? When did it go to the media? Who was the first person that picked this up? And were they
Hello.
supposed to?
I feel like okay, I thought about that, and I feel like, okay, they could have just did this and been like, boom, lady gone. Nobody knows nothing, right? Anybody can just die, and nobody really. It's not a public thing. But I feel like they felt that they had to come up with something, because there were people that would go to Nancy's home, like, i.e., said church members, that would question where in the hell is she after said amount of time of
Well,
not
why didn't
showing.
you just say she died? Just say she died. And here's her funeral, and buy a casket for, 7-8 grand. Throw the casket in there, and then if you do find her, bring it back up and put
But
her in
you
it. I mean, who's gonna be like, I need to see her in there. I need to
right,
make
right. Ain't
sure.
nobody gonna do that. You're absolutely right. But really think about this, pretty. When somebody's trying to set up something, whatever they're trying to do, the one thing that they never pick is the most simplest thing. They never pick it. The easiest, most believable, simple thing. They go through all that hootenanny that makes stuff look crazy and suspicious, when they could have just did exactly what you said. The lady died. Fake funeral, and it's
It's not like it's not unbelievable. She was 84 years old.
we would have been like, oh, that's a shame. We'd have said, oh, that's a shame. Say a prayer for Savannah, and we'd have been moved on.
Yep.
Right.
None of what happened would have happened.
So you think it was just, well, we'll tell them what's going on. They'll forget about it pretty quickly. But they do not want us to keep doing this. Like, they don't. They really don't.
I don't think they calculated the measure of what YouTubers could do. Like Army said, they're paying attention and thinking about the dog on YouTube. But turn around and it turned out to be a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep. And I don't think that they expected it. Or maybe they brought it out because they needed us to be distracted while that other stuff was being talked about, but they thought we'd drop it. I don't know.
Because you got to remember, there was a lot of other stuff going on, honey, at that time. I mean, a lot. At that same exact time. Like, again, the timing on everything. At the timing. It's crazy. The attachment to the presidential family just blows my mind. And like you say, the incapability, or not the incapability, but the fact that they didn't, and not using anything, and you got so many ties and pulls. It's not even funny, honey. And you ain't did nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Question for y'all. What if that guy did not know who he was kidnapping? He got Nancy out the house. He's sitting there in the bed with her, and he turned YouTube on, and now he find out that's Savannah Guthrie's mama
That's possible.
with Mark Kelly after his ass. You don't think
Yeah,
he would ditch that and take off running?
I would. Sure would.
Yeah,
He
but then I
wouldn't. He
feel like he
wouldn't
would
have
have been
known.
caught by now. The
True.
behavior would make sense. Like,
True.
I
True.
don't know.
True. You're right. You're right.
Like I
Un,
said, what if
un,
he was like Mark Kelly and all this stuff, and he like, nah, the hell with this, I'm bailing out, and he done took off and in a whole nother country now.
what is
The only
which one? Go for it,
Or
Angel.
he came to the
the
country.
only thing I can think of is he probably got in there and thought, if he didn't know it was Savannah Guthrie's mom, he's probably thinking, and he finds out, he's probably thinking, shit, what I got to do with her now? Take her with me now or what?
I got a deep learning computer on your comment. And Major probably right, but this is the question I have for y'all. And this will let me know, and hopefully Justine can help me figure out y'all thought process on the answer. Which one you should fear more? The fact that y'all think the government is hiding the camera footage from you, or the fact that a foreign person might have came and blinded our cameras and the
Man,
government do not know who this is?
the fourth one, the second one, of course.
The second one.
That's, you see what I'm saying? Justin, they got to pick a choice. Either they believe the government did it or y'all got to pick a choice.
I said
Y'all,
second one.
I know you believe it's a foreign. Gigi believe it's the government. That's where I got the question from.
Yeah, I believe that it's the government in the sense of,
And that's someone like
I'm telling you, I told you, I think that lady was put up for sacrifice.
Sacrifice for what, though?
Oh, come on now. I ain't got that answer, ma'am.
Okay, Justine, what do you think? You think it was the government or the second choice?
Yeah.
It was international.
I think that, in my opinion only, and I mean, Gigi obviously makes good points. She knows this, but I think I'm going to disagree with her on this one, as we do. I think it's going to be, if it's not international, it is going to be some form of domestic terror.
Wow. Yeah. I agree. I agree.
They have to have a reason to cover it up. And that, to me, what is the most detrimental to society after just coming out of a pandemic and settling back into normal life is mass hysteria and mass panic.
So should I switch that to government versus terrorism, like that T word?
I don't know if you can say it or not.
Yeah, me either. That's why I say the T word. The T word.
Yeah. Call it DT.
You're right, Pretty. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change that. That's a good question. I'll be right
Oh,
back. I'm gonna change that.
so the government versus DT. I'm going with DT. If I had to choose a situation.
Justin, we sure agree on a lot of things, don't we?
Sure do. But I mean, everyone. See, when it comes to this, we could go back and forth on this all day, because you get to a certain point, you're like, yeah, these may be the players, but what's the game?
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, I think that the guy, the porch guy. Let me tell you this. This is what I really kind of believe. If the porch guy's real, right? In the scenario that you have exposed this man's face or covered face, yo, he's probably not even here no more.
Yeah,
Whoever
that's a
him
legal
to
way
do
to say
whatever
it.
he did, once you get exposed and can now get him caught, they gonna get rid of you, bro. They even do that on the street.
And that's why. Yeah, do y'all remember a movie back in the day? And I think it was Zero Dark 30, when that CIA base got blown up in the Middle East. I was over there. Do y'all remember that story inside of Zero Dark 30 about that CIA's blow? Do you want to know how it blew up? Somebody trusted somebody that they wanted information and brought them in and didn't search him. And he had our government. Have there been a mass layoff of CIA intelligence officers, head CIA agents? Their job, if they're working with the military, is to vet that person to make sure they don't do this.
Right.
Tulsi Gabbard, just keep going down the line of all the intelligence CIA people that has retired because of this fuck up.
Ain't Gabbard married to Mark or MK now? Or what?
When the people responsible for hiring the people in charge of national security can't do their job.
They
Oh
go to
shit.
the private sector.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Our whole country knows this. They go to the private sector.
Did you see Major Rammer Jammer's coming down here towards the
Major
road?
Rammer Jammer.
I know. Hey, I ain't scared. I'm trolling Iran Legos. So I'm talking my noise too. If I find you, dog, I'm getting my $1 million. I'm just gonna bring your fucking foot back and do a DNA. The rest of them I'm throwing in a wood chipper. I just need your foot.
I'm done.
I just need his foot. The rest of them you can have.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to clean the DNA off a foot, right?
I'm a soldier, Daisy. I'm sorry. I just want his foot. Y'all can have the rest of them.
If you get the money, can I just get a little bit? Can I hold something?
Yeah. Can we work something out here, buddy?
No,
Just a
but
little
but
1.2 million divided by 5.
3629 was Savannah would hire a team. Honestly, in real talk, Cameron hired a team. And that's all that
He would
he's
know.
doing.
I mean, he would know who to pick.
Exactly. And what do you think he's doing in a room? Pretty just going over evidence over evidence over evidence over evidence.
He's figuring out who to talk to. He's Liam Neeson's style in this shit right now.
And you
Why he told that girl that it was her fault, Army vet?
I told Pretty that because she called Mark Kelly and
okay. Say yes. Okay.
Cameron I'm not saying he's an intelligence guy, y'all, but in that realm you get intelligence briefing and him being so when I say he's an intel guy, he don't got intelligence briefing, so he know how shit works.
Right. When
so
you said the MK name and why he would say that, wow, that gives me a wow, because that really makes good sense. Why
remember this is the sequence. Savannah called him, he called Nanos.
Right.
Before we even knew she was missing.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive of that. Yeah.
You don't think he's saying I'm giving you full authority and the military and the FBI and the NSA and drones and to find this girl?
Yeah.
Or he's calling to say what you got. He don't need to say what you got. He knows what he got.
Right.
What would Cameron's motive be?
What would the Porch got motive? Daisy, say it again. Dusty, say it again.
I said, what would Cameron's motive be?
I think she said, what would Cameron's motive be?
Thank you.
Like motive to what up, Ash? You're right.
Ash.
You saying what would he be doing, or what his motive would be for doing it?
Yes.
He doesn't trust the information that he's received about his mama.
And he
want to go deeper. Yeah, he want to go. He's like, I don't believe shit you're saying. Yeah. So
you're gonna post this thing you just posted up here?
Yeah, I see her big old head.
What?
Yeah. I mean that'll be the only. I'm just speculating, y'all. I'm just doing what y'all doing. I ain't laying down no. I'm getting y'all thoughts too. I've been wrong 4 times so far.
I'm just asking.
Hey, are we gonna get to the 911 calls or no?
I paid for them today, which means that they're ready. But after you pay for them, you still have to wait for them to send them. I don't have them yet.
Oh, I thought you meant you had them already. That's what I was thinking.
No, I got the invoice from them, but I mean, hell, close enough. At least for Pima, I'm good.
Yeah, the fact that they even giving it up, that's a God-given miracle with them.
I know, right? You'll have to let Alex know.
Is it Is it
I'm
going to be the caller or just the dispatch? Because that's all we've gotten.
I requested the 911 audio, the CAD log, so the officer to officer communication logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be
Um,
all that.
yeah,
Good shit,
so
girl. That's a
we're
whole
gonna find
show.
out. And you know
That's
what
a
the
whole
lady
show.
told me, and I said this before, that the lady told me when I called, she said, what I'm seeing is that it was on site. So you might want to request the CAD logs, because what it looks like is that maybe they were just in her words, the right place at the right time. So they were freaking sitting there and waiting for one of those guys to come, giving it a little bit of time. So I'm kind of thinking there may not be any 911 audio, y'all.
Right.
Right.
Now, with that being said, it's amazing to me that they released it. You know why? Because everything else they say is a part of the case. And that's their past to not release stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Justine, I got a question for you. I know this is off topic, but I want to ask you why it got your attention. There's another case in Indiana I want to get the FOIA for, but I'm going to see if you can request it and see if they deny that one and say that it's confidential.
Okay.
Confidential. Now you hitting my world. There ain't nothing
Well,
confidential in my
they
world.
don't say confidential. They say
What's
it's
confidential?
open investigation. They can't release it.
Because
Let me
when she tried to get me one for unaliving that happened 8 miles from where I used to live, they told her they couldn't give it to her because it was denied because it was deemed confidential.
That means ongoing. Is it ongoing? Is it ongoing?
Open investigation.
Yeah, you get it, Gigi.
Then I found out that they said it's because there was no arrest ever made, so that's why they weren't going to do it.
Ongoing.
Open investigation still until they find
Hey, Gigi, I was finna get into that damn book. I was like, ain't nothing confidential to me, partner. But yeah,
I got
ongoing case because the evidence, you don't know where it's
Yeah.
leading. So
evidence.
I can help you out a little bit. Put the name in the private chat for me.
Yeah.
I can help you out a little bit. Let me see what I can do. Pop my fingers and crack my knuckles. Pause.
But
the reason I want her to do it because she lives in a different state, and if I do it, they're gonna think, well, shit, we're gonna go bust his ass or something. So I have somebody from another state do it. That
I
way
wouldn't
they
give
have
a
to get
shit
it.
if that person was my neighbor. I will FOIA the shit out of you and go over there and knock on your door and say, hey, by the way, I FOIA'd your ass today. I'll let you know.
Me and Justine ain't friends. I mean neighbors.
Dude, I know people that get the autopsy photo, that know how to get autopsy photos, and like I ain't gonna say I do. Allegedly. I already got the autopsy
Justin,
conversation with the other case.
do you still have that letter so you can read it to Army? Because that one, the letter, you can read it to him and word for word what they said to you and the thing.
No, I'm good. I'm halfway a hacker.
You
I
know,
just
you
need
know
a
what?
name. I just need a name.
In the name of Jesus, there's something wrong with this man. No, he's not.
Yeah, I said halfway one, not all the way allegedly one.
Yeah, this dude is playing with a half a deck, bro. Don't listen to nothing he's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. I'm Justine baby brother NyQuil.
Yeah, Mama gave you too much NyQuil too, didn't she?
Brother from another.
Oh goodness.
All right, you guys got
I sure
anything
did
to
sleep
talk about?
well.
Cause
Oh my
boy,
goodness.
you dealing with, put it this way. I was just about to break. I was working on the Summer Wells case before I came into y'all case. I was attached that doing recon with that FBI unit that did that second dig in the Summer Wells case. But we were maintaining the cell towers, and we found out a link between the cell towers and up in Memphis, Tennessee, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'll just say it like that. The gun run from Memphis all the way down to Atlanta, but there's a hiding spot in the Appalachians right there that they do moonshine runs, but they ran drugs through there and guns through there. And someone from the Summer Wells case got involved with that ATF case up in Memphis, Tennessee, which brought them to the cell towers and the pings. So, but then somebody got compromised at Fort Campbell in counterintelligence, and it all went to shit. But yeah, I was over at the Summer Wells before I came over here.
The Army.
Yeah. Now we're working on Seth's. Thank you, Justine. Hopefully she can help. We're working. Good job, Justine. Can't wait for you to interview Seth and see what you can pull up and figure out and do. You too, Dusty. You too, my man. Girl.
Oh yeah, she wants
Just-
to interview. She wants to interview Seth again. I forgot about that.
She
Yep.
want to be there too.
And Ash did a bunch of legwork for me and got some of the Pacer docs because I'm waiting for my login from them, jerks. But he figured it out.
Pause. But I think you got. Yeah, I think the way that you're gonna question it to bring it out, I'm excited. I want to use you. I want to see your skills. Because I'm tired of. Oh, I supposed to have called him today. Hold up. I know he texted me. I know.
Oh yeah, Justine. There's 8 confirmed for my birthday on Tuesday. By the way.
Oh, cool.
Friday.
Thank you again, Blue. Thank you for all the gold coins and silver something that you gave me. If I missed anybody, I will re-look at it. I had to run around and get some food. I haven't eaten since like 8 o'clock this morning. So thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. It's my first time getting gifts, and I'm like a little kid in a candy store. So I love you all. Thank you.
Well, I give you money every stream, so that's what I do.
Angel, am I on there for Tuesday?
I believe so. I think I put you down.
We're going to talk about relationships, love, restraining orders, Nancy.
None of that. Well, you were kind of right on the second to last one, but.
That.
Yeah, baby girl. What's up, Dusty?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned autopsies. What do you have on NW, if anything?
The kid?
Yeah.
Allegedly drinking.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of knew that, but I mean, like foul play versus accidental.
Accidental.
No, that's what I think too.
Yeah. You see, I ain't covering it. You see what I'm saying? If you see me acting a fool, that means somebody's doing nothing.
But saying it's accidental, I mean, that's not incriminating. I think it was just something that went wrong, and these kids, if they knew anything about it, I think they're scared, and
it's normal.
Everything
is going normal. Everything is going normal. It's just the not knowing. If you had a child, you know what I'm saying? As a parent, you get it. And you know, you don't want to yell at the parent. So that's why I'm not over there involved in it, because I know what's going to be reported. So
well, and he's 18 years old, you know. I mean, how much can you do? And I'll tell you, my son's 23. That's still my baby, you know. So I get the pain and suffering and not knowing. So I get it, and that's why I'm kind of following it closely.
And if I'm wrong, I don't want to be that person. Blah blah blah. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all the way back I'm like, I'm sitting back watching it like, ah, bless y'all. Like, I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not, I don't even know if hope I'm wrong. You said I don't even want to be in this. I don't. Yeah.
Justine, I have a question for you though before we wrap this up. Like, I'm still less than 200 watch hours. How come I can't get more than 25 watch hours per video? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
You got to jack up your entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was struggling with watch hours too. And a lot of what helped me was honestly getting on with people that had more people than I did, like 857 and Patriot and Mab, and like really getting out there and letting people know you have a channel. Then, it starts coming on their feed, you get in the algorithm, and then it starts getting picked up. But there's all sorts of YouTube videos on how to do it too. So I can send you who I was watching, but yeah, utilize resources. vidIQ is a good thing.
Yeah, and getting on with other people and plugging in your name. I mean, I have 66 followers, so I mean, it's getting there, but I mean, I'd like to get to 100 at least if I can.
I mean, I got my name out there, I think, with Justine having almost 2,000 subs and some other people that I'm in the chats. I mean, I always put my channel in when I'm on there, so I'm confused on how they're not subscribing. Like, I don't get it.
I got I think 700 or something, and I don't go live on there at all. It's just from being on people panel.
Well, yeah, because you're on everybody. I mean, like, it's hard to get on with certain people. I mean, like, I'm always in people's chats. I mean, the one I'm most active is with Jews, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just starting out. I used YouTube for music for years. I never really got onto YouTube to watch videos until Nancy Guthrie. Like, I mean, really, that's when I started. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's a whole lot of people that like true crime. And I'm like, listen, I can tell you, one of the worst serial killers in the world is from where I grew up. And I'm like, all right, I can do them.
Well,
did you see Major Rammer Jammer's comment?
Yeah,
just have Army Bet hack you some subscribers.
There you go, Army.
I didn't know that was an option. I'll take that.
I know, right? Well, what I can tell you
that's a
lot of times
that's funny.
Dusty,
who is a hacker?
Not true. But DJ, what I was saying on here, a lot of times it's not necessarily about the topic. Sometimes it's the personality. Like, a lot of times people will just watch this person. They don't care what they showing. They like the personality, the way they present it, the whole aesthetic. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I listen to Juice read the phone book. I mean, like, yeah,
oh yeah.
I really feel like I'm a ray of sunshine. So I mean, and I got a dark side too. So I'd like to do that, but a lot of my videos just starting out were of my dogs because I just got a puppy and I was super excited. And I mean, but I will get to the true crime. I only work on my phone right now. I'll get a laptop eventually, but and a mic and everything like that. But I don't know how to do the presentation. I'm like saying, like throwing clips on my phone and like in my video. I don't think I can do that, at least right now. So I don't really want to put out crappy stuff. So I mean, I'm really just kind of going with the flow, doing some lives, watching other people, putting my name out there where I can,
Justine, I was going to ask you, if I got my first hate email, that means I'm doing something right or wrong.
You got your first what email?
Hate email, like somebody sent me a nasty email the other day.
You made it.
No one's even. Nope, I'm not even gonna say it.
No, you ain't made it yet.
No.
Until you get boobies in your back chat trying to distract you on a string, then you made it, big dog. When you have some
Ooh.
shit back there that you don't want to see, you made it. Boy, you done made it.
That'll be
Man,
a no for me,
Jesus Christ.
dog. You know, keep your boobies and your peepees where they
Man,
belong. Thank you very
that's
much.
when you know you made it, Dusty. When that shit start popping up on your screen. Either you in the wrong sector or you done did something wrong.
Something went right.
Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Because I'm about ready to wrap this up.
I am good. I'm gonna eat my food like it's going out of style. But I love you guys. Thank you for putting this together. Love you, DJ. Love you, Gigi. Love you, Army Vet, and all the people in the chat and all my mods. You guys are freaking phenomenal. And I'll see you later. Bye.
All right, see you guys Tuesday.
Me, on the other hand, Dusty, Gigi, Angel. I'm finna go play Call of Duty and go troll Iran. That's just what I'm finna do. Love y'all.
Love you.
Angel, thanks for having me. I enjoyed your company, and I'll do it time for you. Love you guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed, stay well, and drink your water.
Okay. Love you too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Not a whole lot I can say, man. Thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here. I think I'm going to do a live for a little bit and try to raise my clout a little bit. And, keep doing what you're doing and let me know. I mean, for the 66 subscribers that I have, I will put your name out.
All right, I'll be over there in a little bit then.
All right, and then I'll see you Tuesday, right?
Yep. See you Tuesday.
What time?
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.